Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Or is it? Or is it? You know, I was gonna be worried yet, but I don't think anybody's here. This is an absolute first for me. I've never streamed with nobody. I stream at weird times, right? And people are like, oh, there's always somebody there. It's the weirdest thing. And lights pop up. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk for about 10 minutes, talking into the void. I guess, what's the difference, really? Oh, no, somebody's there. There you go. Just saw somebody turn up. Very good. I guess I'm staying then. Because I thought, have I been ghosted? And I was like, really? I felt like very full of myself that could I have been ghosted? That's very impressive. So, you know, I guess not. I don't know. I don't know. It's just strange. Anyway. Good afternoon. How are you? Good morning. Good afternoon. Good day, depending where you are. Or good evening. Good evening if you're on the other side of the world. Whereas in Australia, Australia's ahead of me. Right? It's like 6 hours ahead. Yeah. Okay. So good night. Good night. How are you? How are you all? We are going to be watching Rogue One today, but we are going to be discussing. And now here's the good news. Here's the good news for anybody who's here. I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. Right. I'm going to tell you what's probably going to happen. And there's, by the law of averages, it's a very good chance I'm right. I think I might have worked out what's going to happen. There's a few scenarios. There's a few, very realistic scenarios. And my prediction model is insane. I'm saying that, and you think, oh, he's joking. He's joking. No, it's not. No, it's literally insane. It's literally insane. I mean, it's counterintuitive to physical reality. So, that's how bonkers it is. But here's the weird thing. It's got about a 90% success rate, maybe even higher. So, I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. I think I might be right. So, yeah, we got that going on. What else we got going on? We're going to be watching Rogue One. We have a panel coming in. We have... Ninja Knight is a really good panelist. He's a great talker. Ninja Knight, you can wind him up. I get a feeling you can wind him up and you can get him to talk about anything. He's a very erudite. Let me just turn my air on. He's a very erudite talker. He is Kiss the Blarney Stone. Or is that the other part of Ireland? I do not know. Fine. So we have Noel. If Noel wakes up, if Noel knows, I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. That'd be nice. If we don't talk about too much politics, I think Keith Ells will come. Possibly Dan, Facebook Dan, Birmingham's Killing Week, Dan Hadley. There you go. Just remember that. There you go, Dan Hadley. Dan Hadley will be joining us. I'm Mega Geek, because what is watching a Star Wars movie without watching Mega Geek? And it'll be interesting because we just watched all 3 Star Wars movies, right? So I figured it really was. I don't normally do watch-alongs. I was actually going to do the Family Guy watch-along. So listen, if anyone who rather us would do that, tell us in the chat. I'm amenable to changing if you want to do the Family Guy watch-along. The judge, yeah, sounds good. But I'm equally up for Rogue One. A second. Fine. Let's talk about the election. So far I predicted it correctly, and I don't know why I'm so freaked out. I'm very freaked out, right? Because no good could come from this. Yes. Okay. It's very clear the Democrats are stealing the election by padding the ballot boxes in minimally Wisconsin and Michigan. The only reason we know it's there is because it's so freakingly obvious. I can't show these graphics I got. It will do your mind. It will do your head in when you see it. You're like, really? Like, that's too blatant, right? You can't believe it's actually happening because it's too blatant. So let me get this up. Spoiler though, I think Trump's going to win. I think Trump's going to win, even though it makes no sense, right? It's counterintuitive to reality. Fine. So let's look at this. Even my wife says like, everything doesn't believe anything. So it doesn't believe, saying conspiracy theories or like, I know. So this is the rating curve for Wisconsin, right? Look at this. Look at this. It's insane. Look at that. Okay. See where it jumps? That's where they suddenly found another ballot in 3:30 in the morning, right? Coincidentally, they found exactly the right amount of ballots they needed to push them over the edge. Really? Well, that was lucky, wasn't it? I bet that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I bet that type of fluke you don't see often. Guess again. I'm pressing the wrong thing. 1 second. Guess again. So there we go. Here we are in Michigan, right? Now, if you... which is probably why. I bet I'm ghosted. Bet I'm ghosted for that. Right. Get the word out right. I bet I'm ghosted. Yeah. Problem is, you're supposed to be in the panel. Right. You're with us as well. Did I send you the link? Of course, everybody thought it was starting at 6. Yeah, that could be. Okay. Listen, I could talk for a while. But here's... Yeah, so I mean, listen. So there's no way Biden's going to take office without there being a revolution, right? It's you're disenfranchising a lot of people who are all heavily armed, okay? This is not Antifa. This is not a bunch of kids who don't have jobs in basements, right? This is military personnel with weaponry, right? And also keep on. I think the military would go to a coup for this. This is not going to end well. So this is Michigan, and there was just see, look, this was when it was estimated 77 to 90% of the vote was in, right? So most of the vote was in. Trump was there, 51-46, big leap, right? So then when it leaps 0, nothing, very little, suddenly Biden's got enough votes. Isn't that weird? Isn't that strange, right? Isn't that strange? So no good's going to come from this. It's too blatant. It's too anyway. So, but here, that's not what I think is going to happen. That's a very likely case scenario. If I'm wrong, there's going to be blood. If there's wrong, there is going to be blood. I'm not. That's not a threat. Let's just say, we've seen, groups being pissed off before to the point of violence, right? We've seen racial groups, right? So this goes across racial lines. Yeah, I think you're going to see 50 million very upset people ready to back a revolution, ready to back a coup, right? We're to restore, the military will seize power to ensure fair elections. I can see it happening. I can totally see it happening, but that's not going to happen. It could, but that's not going to happen. What I think is going to happen is this. So here's the thing. In Judaism, you say you shouldn't rely on a miracle. You're not allowed to rely on a miracle. It's forbidden to rely on a miracle, right? But I reckon it's going to take a miracle to get the Trumps around this. And I think a miracle is indeed what's going to happen. Now, miracles are something I completely believe in, right? I believe completely in miracles. I live in Israel. It's a pretty, my existence is a miracle. I should have been, my people should have been annihilated. 100 times over? How many genocides you had today? No, we've had a lot, and we're still here, baby. So my existence is a miracle. The fact I'm living in Israel is a miracle, right? It's an ongoing miracle, right? It's outside the order of nature. We're surrounded by people who want to kill us. It's we're very little, right? And here's the thing. It's interesting that one of my you read a part of the Old Testament each week on the Sabbath, and there's this part called Balak, where it talks about it was takes place in the in Justice League, where you get an issue from the perspective of the Injustice League. Meanwhile, in the Injustice League, and the Joker's we should kill Superman. So it's like that, but it's with biblical bad guys, right? And you get to see how they view the Jews, which is the polar opposite. Jews don't understand this. Jews don't understand that you're shit scared of us, okay? That you're terrified you're going to wake up in the morning with your testicles floating in a glass of water by your bed, you know, because that could happen. That could happen if you piss off the wrong people. That could happen. Shit happens when you party naked, baby. That's all I'm saying. Like you don't want to mess with Shabbat, okay? You don't want to do that. That's a bad idea. So anyway, so we just forget that, you know, like, because we're terrified, okay? We're like, we see how small we are, right? We see how tiny, and like you just say, ah! So we're terrified. So yeah. So I don't know. I got some miracle. Yeah, it's a miracle. The fact that we exist is a freaking miracle. The fact that Israel exists is a miracle. Like the 6-Day War is they don't teach it at West Point because the battles there don't make sense. Miracles happen. We see miracles have happened from the Trumpster his entire candidacy, right? Yeah, like so many things should have destroyed him. So many things should have. So this is clearly they're cheating. They're clearly cheating, right? So I think God has a bit of a wry sense of humor. I think God is going to put his finger on the scales a little bit. So God does that sometimes, you know. I think God's going to do that. So I think Trump's going to win in the most ordinary way possible. In a way afterwards, everybody go, well, obviously, we should have thought of that. Yeah, obviously. Because that's what a miracle's like. A miracle is impossible. A miracle is impossible until it happened. And it's like, yeah, of course it did, right? Of course it did. That's what miracles are. Miracles are like that. So that's my my prediction. It's going to be something really obvious. It's going to be really obvious and really, really simple, right? That's what I think is going to happen. Let me bring on problem B. Then I'm going to go through the chat. By the way, let me see this from Chris Persia. This is pertinent. And it's to me. Okay, so problem B, get excited there. No, calm down there, problem B. Asila Becken, would those mysterious increase in voting happen to coincide with the voting machines being on fire? Well, why jiggery? I think they did. Yes, isn't that incredible, right? I mean, it's like, why are we surprised at the incompetence? Why are we even surprised at the incompetence? You know, at least try and hide it. Idiots. At least try and hide it. There's no way there's a legitimate victory going on here. Right. Individuals saying they will scan and send it later. Yeah, take care of that one. Not a problem. Yeah, that's exactly what's going down. Yeah, we get problem being on. Hey, that problem being.
Hello.
Okay, so my prediction is Trump wins. My prediction is Trump wins in the most ordinary way possible. Like, it's like nobody's looking. Well, actually, we'll go and look at the map we want, but no one's looking at Arizona, for example. No one's looking at Nevada, right? So I think they clearly stack Wisconsin and Michigan, right? Philly still, like, PA still looks like it's going to Trump, right? PA still looks good.
Yeah, so, but Philadelphia and has a long history with voter fraud.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I understand that, but like this late in the day, you would have done it overnight.
I wouldn't put anything past them.
It's not really. I mean, it's like.
Well, look. It's
so incredibly blatant.
We know from history.
What we know with PA,
we know from history.
Commanding lead here. I'll share this with you. We'll look. He's still got a very commanding lead.
But we know what from history that they've rigged the electronic machines before. Now they're doing the
but now it's too late. Come on. It's too late.
Well, I mean, you just showed it yourself. Like, how?
Don't tell me they didn't. They wanted to sleep in.
How did they just find the right amount to tip them over the edge in two of the key states? I mean,
listen.
Interesting.
Those two are totally dodgy. Come on,
it's so clear. I was watching this last night. It was so funny how they paused everything.
Right, yeah. We've got to work out where the balance is going to go. Stop. Okay, we lost count. One second.
We burst water pipe again.
Yeah. It's like, come on. Who are you shitting?
All right, it's so funny that it's so blatant.
We have. I mean, North Carolina
and isn't it funny how they've gone after Trump for saying that we've won when Biden did exactly the same thing, like about an hour or so beforehand, saying that we've won this, and they didn't take into.
Trump did win. I'm telling you now, Trump.
Yeah, but they didn't. The press has gone after Trump for saying this was outrageous that he claimed victory. It's like Biden claimed victory like before he did.
I mean, come on. Look, I mean, listen.
It's so silly.
That's red. If I go by county, it's almost all red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, so listen, it's going to take a miracle for Trump to get out of this, and I think a miracle is going to happen, and it's going to make, and it's going to be.
Well, isn't it interesting that they had like 90? I think in some of these, look, at least two of those, I think they were close to like 99% or something. Or
I know. Yes.
And there was no way they could catch up, and boom, they somehow did.
It's such bullshit. It's such bullshit. And you know what?
I want to count. I want to recount.
When he called it was like, "What's he talking about? Supreme Court?" And then this morning he knew what was coming.
Yeah, I mean, he said so.
He got ahead of it. Everyone's like, "What would he go to the Supreme Court about?" The obvious voter fraud that's going on. I mean, like the very clear, obvious voter fraud that's happening. Yeah,
if there's one thing we've learned, if there's one thing we've learned, the extreme side of the left will stop at nothing to lie and cheat.
It's so true.
I think and also,
this
isn't by any means necessary.
If you tweet about the Michigan result on Twitter, it gets censored.
Yeah, well, there's a surprise.
Right. Bye. Let me say hello to the chat. Lol says row 1 means I said Rouge. Did I? Bloody hell. Rouge 1.
Rouge 1.
Good spanking is the Rouge 1.
Ragu 1.
That's what I meant, man. Good. Well, I'm glad I'm glad you're the first one. Right. Okay, good. Oh, my doctors are going. Oh, they said they're not touching me though now. Oh, what a great day to make a mistake. Oh, tell you, it's got a get out of jail free card. Okay, Chris Purger, how are you doing? Might be late. I got my me too. I guess exactly. It was weird. Problem B. Hello. Steve Hammond, how are you? Are you related to Richard Hammond? The what's the guy? Got this Sapphire and Steel, I think. The lawyers and I just have to. This is not over for a while because this is not over for a while. Do you think that Trump will be like, yeah, okay?
He's not going to walk away from that, no chance.
That is so blatant. It's so blatant. Yeah, come on. And they're all, what they're going to say? They're going to go, roll their eyes, go, oh, you're so crazy. You see conspiracies everywhere. And they know they're lying through their teeth.
Look at their response. I mean, look at 2016. Now,
cue the sanctimony. Cue the talking down. It's
2020's word.
It's gonna come.
I mean, look at 2016. They were crying and screaming to the sky. That was their response last year.
Again, but at
least we're holding it together.
You know what? I thought they'll buy me dinner. I didn't realize I was being bent over. Just stagger it. For God, just stagger it. Make it look natural.
You consider all the peace treaties and all the peace things that have happened under Trump, and all of that is completely under threat. The North Korea.
Listen, if the
Democrats have wanted to go after Russia for a long time, now's their chance. The Middle East will recombust.
Honestly, is this going to explode the markets? Is this going to cause a massive recession?
Could do.
Could be. I mean, we could. I mean, we're on the precipice as it is. We're on the this could cause a global meltdown.
I could see potentially, I'm not saying this. I don't want to be sensationalist, but I can envision a big hoo-ha going down in that country if
that's
this goes badly.
And the whole world with it. We're not isolated.
No,
That-
I mean that's it. Everything's interconnected,
It's
isn't
like a black hole appearing outside your window. Of course you can.
it? Yeah, this is going to turn ugly.
Like, really, we could be like, this could be the end, right? This could be the end. Wow. Well,
End of days.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. There's no way.
Everybody terrified. Paul Taylor, yeah, because no Democrats voted by mail. Exactly. So that, I mean, again, I think God's going to spare the world this turmoil. I hope. I think God's going to spare this world the turmoil and just give Trump the victory very easily. That's what I hope. And like a miracle will happen, because that's what it's going to take.
It's interesting that, I mean, it was just by sheer fate or luck or whatever that the Supreme Court nominee got in last minute. That could be a saving grace.
The law, I don't know what could be done. I mean, it's blatant.
Well, it's clear it's going to have to go to the Supreme Court.
Right. I mean, like, we can all see it, but can you do anything about it? I mean, I don't. Like, really, what can you do? I don't even know if you can do anything about it.
Well, you know, you're up against the deep state here, and they've got a whole bunch of tricks.
Really, you are, aren't you? Isn't it crazy? Kim Ellis, how you doing? Yeah.
Well, Trump set them back 4 years.
This is the thing. Paul Taylor's 100% right. There will be blood. He's not taking office. I'm telling you now, on this, he's not taking office.
This isn't going to go quietly into the night.
It's going to be a civil war. It's going to be, and the military.
Oh, well, my contention is that they have been in a civil war for the last 3 years. I think that this is just going to be like.
No, but it's going to be a civil war with people with guns.
Well,
I think this is actually a military takeover.
Could be a military coup because it's possible. It's possible at this stage.
How can I predict it? I don't know what happens when this thing happens, but this is actually happening. Like that's. Listen, I'll show you. I'll show you the images again. Okay. So it's like, yeah, this is so. Like, there's no way around this. Yeah. That's Wisconsin.
Yeah, all these magic votes that they forgot to count early on. Yeah, really. They've had days receiving these mail-in ballots, and they left it last minute to count them all.
I mean, listen, even if it's legitimate, it doesn't make a difference because it doesn't matter. It doesn't look it.
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that they win last minute like that.
You can't win without it looking legitimate.
No, I mean that is so clear.
They got their act together. They could have done it here. Can I get my mouse over? Does my mouse show up if I do this? Yeah. Okay. Fine. They got their act together. They could start stuffing it here at least.
Yeah.
And yet, come on, you lazy fucks! You could have just tried.
Oh dear God! Yeah, boom!
Come on. You could have done a curve. Like, what? Like, put some in.
Yeah, that's really suspicious. Very suspicious.
No, even if it's legitimate, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. Because
I mean, that should be a curve.
It makes no difference. Even if it's legitimate, it doesn't make a difference. Father Miller, how you doing? Yes, so you got your guys on the TV. Yeah, look, Father Miller, can you let us know what they're saying? I would like to hear somebody like who's got a brain in his head and know what he's talking. Like somebody who's like, I don't know, even if it does Rush Limbaugh. Like, I would like to know what they're saying. What's going to happen? Like, okay, am I wrong? Does this look like they're stealing the election? You know, like that. Does it look like that? Because it looks like that to me. I'm not an expert, but that looks like it to me, right? I mean, if there's some explanation, I'll take it, right? If there is. But there's not. Come on, what are we going to do? Like, what can be done? Real Super Doctor, how you doing there? How are we going to do this? Casey Charlie Chats. Casey Charlie Chats. I love that name. Hey, Casey Charlie. This is Casey Charlie. Thank you for kind words about miracles being watching the numbers and it's hard to have faith for a fair. You can't have faith for a fair election, but you can have faith for God to step in. Like, listen, it's one of the places where there is again this is in Jewish law. One of the places where there is divine intervention. There's prophecy in naming. If you when you name something, there's always a hint of prophecy within it. But in terms of divine intervention, it says God chooses the heads of state, and you can kind of see that, right? Like when, like for Barack Obama to win. The crash first God had to make it rain, and that did the trick. Made Bush look terrible, and then it had a global financial meltdown, like right at the right time. So obviously he was going to win. God chose Barack Obama to win, right? It's like that to me because I just believe in God, right? That's it's clear. So I believe everything happens good. But again, for me that makes sense to my worldview. So listen, I just think God's chosen Trump, mate. That's basically the bottom line. That's what I think, and I think that's what's going to happen. That's because and here's the thing: I understand it's crazy. I understand it's absolutely insane, especially if you don't believe in God. I understand how insane it sounds, but I've got an over 90% success rate. So what am I going to tell you? I just if it was my own bull crap, and I was always talking out my ass, and I was like, I'll keep my mouth shut. But I'm always freaking right, and it's always for the same. It's not my fault. I'm always freaking right.
See, I believe in you, Rabbi. That's the thing.
Honestly, I think it's going to take a miracle, and I think we're going to see it, and it's going to be out in hindsight. It'll just be, oh yeah, of course, that's right.
Yeah, Father Christopher is right. Again, this is Florida times 5. I mean, it's such a ballsy move by the deep state New World Order.
Crazy. Where is everybody? I should want to get the
Well, me and Noel were up till 9 o'clock in the morning, I think, watching this whole thing, and it was just as it paused, as they appeared to just stop counting, we just said,
they said, okay, you're done. No, yeah, and his thing he said before we went to bed, right? There he said we're going to get Supreme Court. Nobody knew what the hell he meant. Now we all do.
Yeah, they knew. They fucking knew.
No. We hadn't seen the stuffed ballots yet. That was before we saw it. He saw it. Gotta have faith, baby. Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith. Me and George Michael, we say the same thing, right? Hey, George Michael, you
look what happened to him.
Doner kebab. Could go for a doner kebab.
Rabbi for President 2024. There you
go. Trump 2020, baby. Yeah, I think it's going to happen. I don't know how. Because I think God wants to show that He exists right now. That's what I think is going on. And I think that's happened with the last thing. So that's what. And again, I understand it's crazy, and it's just right a lot. Arnold says they stopped counting in Pennsylvania because they knew Trump was going to win. They were exactly. You just heard them it was so freaking blatant, so obvious. Right. Although I'm surprised in Pennsylvania he hasn't started to equal up there as well. They then found clumps for him as well there. So I'm maybe they only did it in these 2 states. I don't know. And we're going to see. Is Trump winning? No, Trump right now he's predicted to lose. Right. Let's look. I'll show you the map again. 1 second. Right now he doesn't have a path to victory. What's it? Yeah, we go. Okay, fine. So he needs 57, right? He needs 57 so how's this going? His lead still strong in the lead, good with 80 in, that's good. So this is 20 electoral votes, that's a good one. He's getting this one. This is he's still ahead there. And this one still went ahead. Fine. So these are 31. That's 51, right? 51 plus that's 64. So he needs another 7 at that point. So he was really down to get both of these ones. This is 10 and this is 16. He was really down to get both of these ones.
Isn't it funny how it's those ones, the ones that will swing it, that were left hanging for so many hours and still,
exactly,
still there, you know, still in this limbo, and it's just like, listen, how intriguing.
He's behind in Arizona, but
Arizona, they called for Biden like ages and ages and ages ago,
but then
and they said, "Oh,
then they pulled it back." So, like,
yeah,
because he's saying these voters over here, these does it zoom in anymore if I click on it? These counties over here are going to go much more. These are like supposed to be super Trumpy areas, right? So I don't know. So it's like they say Arizona. There's a distinct possibility. Equally, Nevada. He's doing very well in. So I mean, like again, it could be a really like he's like a point behind, and there's how many are there in there? What percentages are they? Does it say? It's
very close.
Yeah, but like, and they're not, but they haven't. There's still a lot here to count. Right. So
yeah, and they all went to bed in these
this
vitally important time, and left the building. Possibly unlocked. I don't know.
No, because they were the ones who cheated.
It's bizarre. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. This is like a banana republic.
It's so. I mean, listen. There's no way.
America's a laughing stock right now. You know that. America is an absolute laughing stock. I mean, it does look like some sort of weird African banana republic.
I've never seen politicians look this bad.
No, this is the worst.
This is gonna be that. There's gonna be blood.
This makes Bush Gore look like a walk in the park.
Those ones are basically honest. I think this time they just it's going on. Hey, anyone else? How you doing? Bobby D, Steve Hammond said hello. Okay, why not? Yeah, Craftsman is right. This is not going to be good. Fine. Oh, yeah, it just jumped to me. It's just got to a new avatar. I was about to read the name next to it, and it went, "Dang! Where did he go?" Or maybe that was my avatar. Maybe I just. Oh no. So, oh no, there we go. It is Jamie Timpton. How you doing? Keith is here. How you doing? Let me bring you in. Keith, how you doing? We're nearly done with the politics mix. You do not need.
I've got Darth Vader.
Your opinion, okay?
Very apt.
You're welcome to, and you can say everything I said is great. Whatever you want, you can say whatever your opinion is fine, or you don't need to state your opinion. So don't worry, whatever you want, man. Who was it? Daniel.
We haven't got any results yet, anyway, have we?
No.
No. I mean, listen, it seems to be
going to go on forever.
Well, yeah. Listen, both these ones, Wisconsin and Michigan, are going to be very contested. So there's that one. That's in those two are in court forever. Close. Those two are just in court forever, and they expect to go crazy. Jamie Timpton, how you doing? And I think Steve Hammond. I think did I catch up?
By the way,
if anyone wants to talk to me, just ask in the chat. I know I can get you.
Okay. By the way, somebody I know actually wants to watch this watch along. So they just go to your channel, right? And this will be live. Is that right?
Oh no, we have to put it on. If they want, I'll send you a link, and they can. I sent you a link. Just send them that link to my Google Drive, and they can watch it on that.
No, not that. They want to watch. Are we putting this out with us commenting on it?
This is live. This is actually happening now.
So they just go to Rabbi from Another Planet and that on YouTube, hopefully. And this will be playing. Yeah, hopefully. Is that right?
Right now.
Right.
Sorry for my novice questions here, but
this is so good. This is so good. We might transmit it. Okay, that good, right?
We're doing this right today.
We're doing Rogue One. We're doing the Rouge. We're not doing Rouge One as I suggested. Rouge One is of course the porn version.
A ragu one.
I'm assuming there is a porn version of this. All right, I saw there was 3 different porn versions of the sequels. I was like, really? And one Ray was not convincing cosplay at all. She was not. She didn't strike me as Ray in any way. The other one, quite a lot actually, and the third one was black. So there you go. They're very multicultural in the porn world. Although I read this great article. There's this guy. Was it? No, it was on Twitter. Somebody did a comparison shot of the Marvel interpretation of superheroes and the porn movie version of superheroes, right? And how the porn movie version of them was a lot better and more accurate, right? And it was like they really did. You saw the costumes, and it really worked. They look fantastic. And so, and then the guy who made it, the director, he tweeted it out saying, "Because we care, because we care." But that's all. And you know what? I guess he must do, right? Fine. Problem being, could I ask you? Could you go and see if you can chase up Noel and Ninja Knight? There you go.
I've just texted Ian. He's going to join shortly. Is Dan on this as well?
Dan might be popping in there, but I think the timing was off, or I was shadow banned or something, because I did say very blatantly I'm talking about this, and I know that if you talk about it, if you tweet about it, you get your tweet banned. Your tweet is censored. So I could be being although I just can't imagine I'm big enough to be shadow banned. Well, maybe maybe I am. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows or dares to dream? Fine, yeah. So again, my prediction is let's wait and see. Again, I think it's going to be, in the end, it will be a very dull, boring victory. And then I'll just be rioting. So that's the best case scenario we're looking at.
Happy days.
Happy days. There's a dull, boring victory, and then there's just rioting. That's actually the best case scenario. Even the looters don't know what to do now. It was like, what? Do I set it on fire or not? What do I do? I don't know.
Sorry, have I got enough time before the film starts to just grab a coffee?
Yeah, sure. I'm just waiting for other people to roll in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, hey. In fact, before the movie starts, I'm going to need to go and grab my iPad. There's it. Very good. I'm going to go. We are good. I'm going to go and need to grab my iPad, and maybe I'll grab a bite to eat. I haven't had to eat all day. That's probably a good idea. Get some munches for the movie.
I've got my Maltesers buttons.
You temptress! Maltesers in ages. Oh my god!
I like the Malteser buttons. I got more chocolate.
I'm telling you get to a certain stage in life when you say Maltesers and you get an erection. That's you're cracking on a bit when that happens.
Oh, cracking on or cracking off? Yeah.
All right, boys, what's going on? Anybody won yet?
No. We're going. I'll just show it to you because
as you know, I'm. Good afternoon, Ian. How are we? I'm very, very ignorant. I've never understood American elections, and
I don't think the Americans do either at the moment.
Well, okay, so this is somewhat unusual. Okay, you're going to have to look closely.
Oh,
there's a point at about 3:30 in the morning where everybody went to bed, and there was a subtle change in the trajectory of the election. Here,
subtle change, and
you can see it. Can you spot? Can you spot what might have happened?
What? Where's this graph from?
This is just
what's happened there?
Data. This is just the voting data from that, because you just squirt it out. You can get anywhere.
Oh, I see. So what's going on there? Clearly, because it looks to me like there's some. I'm no expert in this, and the only allegiance that I've not got a dog in this fight. The only allegiance I have is to my American friends like Father Christopher and everybody else, who I just hope they get the result that whatever they want that's best for the American people.
I mean, if Biden wins with this, there will be civil war. There is no way.
I would like to see graphs from previous elections like this to see if this is a precedent.
No way.
What are they saying that blip is from? Is it some sort of server breakdown or something?
Mail-in votes.
Yes, that's when the voting machines went offline mysteriously for half an hour.
Yeah.
So you would have thought, okay, it's a blip, one of the kind thing. It can only ever happen once. Guess not. So this is Wisconsin.
Wow.
I mean, the postal vote thing is unprecedented. It's not been done on this volume
But this
before.
wasn't the postal vote.
Okay.
This was, they said they just found them.
Eh?
Yes.
What do you mean?
So we just got these now. These are here now. What? Where they come from? No, don't ask. They're just here. But what? No. These
extra traditional votes that somebody left lying under the
yeah.
All right.
And so, which
are people swallowing this?
Well, you know, again, if you tweet about it, you get it censored. So here, let me show you. This is Michigan, right? Michigan, when there is 77.3 to 90% of the voting, right?
Yes.
And you'll see Trump is at 51% and Biden's at 46, right?
Yes.
You see the numbers, everything. We can go back on the numbers. Okay. So now we go to not that much later. We go to 77.3 to 79.8. And now all of a sudden, Biden has found another
precisely what he needs.
Right number of votes.
That's extraordinary. It seems extraordinary to me. I'm not exactly Peter Snow, am I? But I'm not even Jon Snow. But this is not going to end well, is it? Because they're obviously trying to.
If that's what he wins on, there will be blood. Right? If that's what that's what's going to happen. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. My insane prediction model, which is over 90% accurate, right? And it's completely insane, and I can't believe it keeps working. It never did this before, right? Is that God likes Donald Trump? God thinks Donald Trump's a bit of a laugh. He's a bit of a naughty boy, but underneath he's all right. That's basically what God thinks about Donald Trump. He's like, yeah, okay. He likes to shoot the porn stars. Who doesn't? You know, you can't.
Oh God!
Put him a player for being a player, baby. basically, you know, he doesn't want to cut your dick off because.
So from what I heard, everybody, not only is that guy who runs Twitter completely sort of complicit in trying to leverage everything, but I hear that Parler and a BitChute went down completely overnight. I understand.
Coincidence. And Stephen Crowder's stream went down as well during.
Yeah, they took it off Facebook. Right.
Yes, I think is the word coup. Is that?
Yeah, I think we're in the right ballpark. Yeah.
This could. Very conceivably cause like a global implosion of the markets.
It doesn't put much faith in democracy, does it?
Knife edge anyway from Corona. Like, are we like literally teetering on a knife edge? And and then you get a civil war. Like, that's great. I mean, that's not good news.
No. There's something a little fishy about all of this, and you know, I've got very mixed feelings about both of these candidates. I'm certainly glad it's not me that has to choose between them.
So my bizarre prediction model. Okay, this says the most likely case scenario. What I was going with the second most likely case scenario. The most likely case scenario is that there's going to be God is going to do a miracle for Trump. As God has done a miracle for Trump many, many times over, and after the fact, it's going to be so ordinary. And he'll win Arizona, and nobody saw it, or he'll win Nevada, and nobody saw it coming. And it's just something. Although they'll open up the postal vote, and it'll do whatever it is. It'll be all I'm saying is until he concedes, it's not over.
So when are they estimating that we're going to get a result? 3 weeks tomorrow or something like that?
I think we're going to be lucky by Christmas.
Yeah.
Because they're not going down. They're not backing down on this.
No. It's yes. Well, it's get yourself a long stiff drink, and you're going to be here for a while.
You know what? I think what you do in the face of apocalypse is watch a Star Wars movie, which we quite enjoy. One second, let me ask my wife if she can bring my iPad. and a potato or two. This is scintillating. Okay, I'll say one right. Bring down my iPad and a potato or two. There you go. Now, with the power of WhatsApp, I may be furnished to have this, to start this watch along. Does anybody need the link?
I got the film.
Yeah, this is just a flying visit for me, everybody. I'm not going to watch the movie with you, but obviously the very best of the best of British, the best of American.
This guy, Matt Reeves? He directed this.
No, it wasn't Matt Reeves. It was another guy.
Gareth Edwards.
That's it, Gareth.
Yeah. He's the luckiest guy in cinema, right? He
Agreed.
lands himself in very, very good franchises. Does just well enough to not show himself up, while the next guy shits all over himself. Right? But like, he's done that a number of times. He's timed it really, really impressively. Oh, 1 second. I believe my iPad is coming down. So, does anybody else know some fun facts about the movie? 1 second. I'll be right back. Oh, Susan? There you go. There we go. Fine. What else is there? What's his name? Tudyk played the one of the best characters in the movie. What's the character's name again?
Which one?
The robot, the tall robot one.
The tall robot.
Alan
Oh,
Tudyk.
the one. Yeah. I don't know.
I tell you, he's a great actor. That he was very, very good in Doom Patrol. I thought.
I don't even know which one he is.
No, I
What's his
agree
name?
completely.
What are you talking about? Sorry, I've just come back. What are you talking about?
The robot.
K2SO.
Yeah. Well, who's the guy who played him?
Alan
Tudyk.
Ah.
So he was the robot
from Firefly and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Right. But he was very, very good in Doom Patrol as the major bad guy from the first season.
I never saw Doom Patrol.
Yeah, I'm big fan of that show.
Doom Patrol's biggest crime is it's not Umbrella Academy, which basically came out at the same time, which is just better than Doom Patrol most time. But Doom Patrol, no, Umbrella Academy has like better highs, but I think Doom Patrol has more stamina, right? And I think was it Brendan Fraser? Brendan Fraser makes that show, right? Without Brendan Fraser, it would be
delight. An absolute delight watching Robot Man. I mean, it's unfair to say that the Umbrella Academy, that Gerard Way, he only created the Umbrella Academy because DC wouldn't let him write Doom Patrol a few years ago. It's a total rip-off of that team. It's basically the same thing.
My wife was coming down to me.
But of course, now he is writing Doom Patrol for DC. So, yes, I don't know what Umbrella Academy is like. I haven't seen it yet, but I do love the Doom Patrol TV show, and I've been reading those comics for a very long time. Various different versions. I actually just started I started and I put it down. One of those very, very thick trade paperbacks of the Grant Morrison run. Yeah, Crawling from the Wreckage.
Right. The artwork is shockingly bad. In like
some of it is
like shockingly bad. Like if I was producing that comic, I couldn't put out. Oh, that reminds me. I'll show you. I'll show you the finished Perry pin-up.
It was very, very well written. Oh, great stuff.
Yeah, 1 second.
I've got a semi when I saw the sketch, so heaven knows what's going to go on with this turns up.
So is this Perry from Doctor Who?
Yes.
Oh, I was always a big fan.
Oh, yes. You're going to like this. Okay, so my Indiegogo is coming up very soon. If you the sign up, I hope to get the sign up done this week, but I'm like really behind on it. 1 second, where is it? Is this the finished one? That's the finished one. And it's just opening up. There you go. So if you sign up for it and then you back it to any level, you get any tier, there's a series of 4 art cards called For the Male Gaze. For the Male Gaze. Which are, essentially 4 pin-ups, genre pin-ups of my masturbatory fantasies when I was 13. The genre pinups for my masturbatory fans when I'm 30. Well, they're not just going to be my masturbatory fans, because I want to like appeal to a broader group. So the next one is going to be 99. What's the name of Space Nine? Zierna Mute, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
But basically, so here's the scene. She's in Moonbase Alpha. She didn't have time to get dressed. It's very, very. But she's in
these things happen, mate. These things happen.
She's in a very, very skimpy pair of underwear, right? And heels, because she was just coming back from a very fashionable dinner in heels, and she's running out. She's ready to go. She's got the Space 99 helmet in one hand and the Space 1999 gun in the other hand. She's going, she's flying into the foreground. That's gonna be the next card. This card though was Doctor Who's I think greatest companion. Now she made an awfully big impression on me when I was a young lad. And she appeared in very, very tight spandex and being a very when I was just at the right time, right? And then she got trapped in something quite similar to the Phantom Zone. So like, you can't get out of it. It's called the Spank Bank. She was caught in the Spank Bank, and she will never, ever get out. I'd love to free her, but I don't know how. So anyway, so this is going to be the second of the cards.
Ay, caramba.
That's a pretty good art card, I think. I've worked out how I'm going to do the graphic design for it for the mail. I've worked out the spot, the tripod, and everything. But yes, not bad.
Yes, it's excellent.
Yes, we've gone very
Wow.
quick.
Yeah.
I'll show you the.
Very good.
This is the design sketch for it, and then.
Are you sure your hand was working? I just to draw that.
No, but somebody's going to take this.
Yeah, the I did was the James Bond one, right? So I sent the artist the idea of what I wanted. I wrote the idea, right? And he came back with this draft first, which I thought was good. But a little bit static, right? And it wanted more like, you know how James Bond I thought it was a bit static. So I sent him like this picture, right? And this picture is again an idea like, I wanted that movie. So then he came up with this, which I thought was much more successful. And now it's not coming up. Where'd it go? Come on.
How do I share a photo? Does anyone know?
There you go. So he came up with that, which I thought was much better.
What was that saying?
How do I share a photo?
And this is the you go to share, and then however you open it up, you open up the photo, whatever software you're opening up in, and then go to share and on StreamYard, and it should come up for me to share. Okay.
I've just got this picture of taking one of these cards over to Nicola Bryant to get to sign at the convention.
So she'll be chuffed.
And she just looks at you and says, "But I can't. The marker won't work because this is laminated." And asks about the various stains.
Yeah, I think high
Smears.
They're going to get. They would otherwise get. You don't want to get stuck together. It wouldn't.
No.
So anyway, so that's the first two. The next one's 1999.
I don't know how I can share this.
I'm sorry?
I don't know how to share it. I've got a picture with her, but I don't know how to share it. Sorry. I don't know how you do it.
Do you want to just send it to me? I'll put it up.
No, I don't know how to send it to you. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how to put it in the chat.
There's a
Twitter.
panel at the bottom of the screen, and you can flip that up where it says share screen.
I don't want to share my screen. I just want to share
yeah, that's the only option. Yeah.
Send it to him in Twitter.
But he doesn't have to get the picture.
You can put a picture in Twitter, the message, and then you can get it.
Actually, I can't do screen sharing because I haven't got the right version of StreamYard for that. So there you go. Never mind.
But if it's a JPEG, you can send it to Rabbi via Twitter.
All right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just send it via Twitter. His message thing.
I am aware. I spelled it wrong. Somebody told me. But you know what? I think we're going to stick with it. Rouge 1. Rouge 1 was, of course, the X-rated version.
Or it's Rouge for Red because of your love of Mr. Trump.
Yes, I am. I am a big Trumpster. I think he will overcome. He will overcome. So there you go. So that was the two art cards. Well, there you go. I just came.
Well, careful how you word it.
Although I can't stand Facebook.
Yeah, she shot a bolt, and so's the rabbi.
I would agree differently. There we go. Oh wow, very nice. One second, let me just share that. How do I go there? Where was this?
That was it. The BFI. I was just. I saw a screening thing, and the person who got me in insisted that I had a picture with. So I was like, "Go on, then."
Oh, nice.
She was very friendly. She was lovely.
Yeah.
Blimey, long hair, Keith.
Yeah, well, it was a couple of years back. I can't remember. But yeah, you're right. I was sporting the long locks. It looks a bit like a Bradley Cooper.
And listen, I don't know. She does look a bit like if I do this, maybe they'll let me go. You know, like she does got that kind of look on her face. Like I'm a bit disturbed.
Well, I actually didn't want to do it, but he was. No, go on, get in there, because he knew that I was a fan back when I was a young boy, and yeah. So,
well, I guess she sensed your age. I mean, again, I wish I could release her from the how she was entombed in my brain.
No, but I think she still looks incredible, and she was in Star Trek Continues as well.
I loved it. Yeah, she was fantastic in it.
Did Rabbi just melt and have a slight heart attack there?
Why? No. I was getting my my headphones. I think we're getting ready to start. So if you really want,
anyway, you can take it off the screen now, Rabbi.
He doesn't want to.
Thank you.
Again.
He's so jealous. He's so jealous right now.
I
am. Where's Noel? Where's Noel, everybody?
I've messaged him. I mean, we were up till like 9 o'clock in the morning watching everything unfold. So it's probably.
Oh yeah, he's banging into it, isn't he?
Who did these drawings?
This guy called Dominic Racho. He was the. Let me find the.
It's. I don't remember her. Well, actually, no, she did appear like that in one episode, right?
Right.
They were on a beach or something.
Planet of Fire.
These are genre inspired. These are all very, very accurately, genre inspired. But again, like genre inspired masturbatory fantasies. When I was 13. Genre inspired fantasies. When I was.
How is this any worse than the people who go on Twitter shipping like with lots of porn images of the Doctor and the Master and such and such and such and such? I mean, they'll come down on you for this, but they do the exact same thing.
Have you incurred the wrath for this one yet, Rabbi? Then
they will do.
Oh, you have.
They're not
it's
about me right now.
Is it?
They're too scared of me now. Okay, tomorrow I want to get those backgrounds for you. Problem being, here, I'll share this.
Somebody complimented my hair at least.
The hair on her head.
I was going to say, speaking about hair, she's very, very well kept.
Very trim.
The artist is the same guy who did this with me. There we go, the Imperium. Just essentially, it's a.
Talk about spanking the monkey. There's the monkey.
Emma Pill, a monkey, and the Black Slab from 2001 working together in a super team, and it's like lots of genre-tastic reference. So this is the first page. Actually, I did this. I did the artwork for this page, so I thought I'd add on a little bit of gravitas. And they go, oh, this way. All the characters sing their own theme tune, so you can go. He's going ba ba ba. And then boom, he's banged into another car, and they're going da 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 da, and he drives off.
Yeah, but it's fantastic.
So, and he's like, I love this line, like, you little son, I've got your number, Sonny. I've got your number. So anyway, if I'll make a stretch goal, we'll add in another like anything between 5 and 20 pages. I think this page. And this page, so I had like a bunch of stuff I can add in, which I like to do. But
I remember reading about this when it first came out, Rabbi, before I met you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So there you go. So most of the issue, the monkeys got these toilet rolls for this very moment. So this invading alien entity is throwing a toilet away. He holds it, looks through it as James Bond walks in, and so he can go, "Ba-da!" That's what we all have done. Then what happens? So we go.
Oh dear, I'm pissing myself here.
Right, and he gets sucked into the.
See what I mean, Keith? This is extraordinary.
Do you know what, right, Rabbi? You're just crazy.
I have the
Well, we
best.
love him.
I have the best time on the show.
I took a break from editing for this.
Same here.
Next thing you
Love
know,
it.
you go back to 1952, Jamaica. Ian Fleming's waking up. He says, that's awfully good here. And starts tapping on his typewriter. And he's writing out the opening lines of Casino Royale. So he's like, what happens is they have to create fictional versions of the characters so they can piggyback back into reality with them. So that's basically the pilot story. There you go.
I like the Bond connection. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to stay out of copyright by calling the characters. What do I call them? There you go. Doink. You got the agent, the assassin, the astronaut, the envoy, and the exile. So wait. One of the sequences I'm going to be adding in if we meet stretch goals is Patrick Troughton's Doctor Who is going to be dropping acid in Hyde Park.
Fab.
Having this really intense script.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, we see cross because I can imagine him doing that, right? I can imagine him doing
Only
that.
you can imagine him doing that.
There'll be a secret, there'll be a sequence on Tracy Island, which I'll rename obviously. Instead of Thunderbird, it'll be Firebrand on Tracy Island. And they'll be
going to call it Sharon Island. Sharon Island.
But they're going to be revealed to be a paedophile ring.
Oh my god! You just don't care, do you, Rabbi? You just don't care. Do you?
Doesn't give a fuck. It's brilliant. I love this guy.
You're a man of the cloth. What's going on?
Let me tell you.
It's just a tea cloth, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a tea cozy on his head. That's
I am a man of intense.
Man of the people.
Oh my god!
So that's
I think I've got a hernia through laughing. I think. Sorry.
Hashtag Jeff Tracy didn't kill himself.
I would have that looked at.
Karen Island. I love it. Somebody's put Karen Island. That's Derek. Very good.
Oh, what island? Oh, Karen Island.
Karen Island. It's obviously that.
Yeah. Fine. Look, so I think we'll just get our stuff together. I think Ninja Knight got in contact somehow. We'll look. My phone keeps going off Wi-Fi. I have no idea why.
We're doing a long and run commentary, right? On Rogue One,
I mean,
right?
unless we get sucked into it, and then we're
Well, it's a good movie.
It is a good movie. I'm looking
for me. It's my favorite of the new Star Wars.
Oh, by far. I say, listen, he's got this unerring gift of doing something just good enough before the next person comes along and shits all over himself. Right? That's his incredible talent. Has served him well in his career, right? Although I quite like the King Kong movie, the Skull Island movie. That was on one right after him. Did you ever see that?
That's a good movie, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it was had Brie Larson in it before I realized like how much I didn't like Brie. Was it Brie Larson?
Brie Larson.
Yeah,
exactly. It was Brie Larson before she was Brie Larson, before she was unbearable.
Ian, are you wearing a Star Wars T-shirt? I'm just curious.
No.
No. I am.
Are you? No.
There you go.
Okay, listen, everybody in the chat, could they please get that?
My room's too messy today.
If anybody needs a link to it, please let me know. I have it on my Google Drive. Don't tell anyone, but if you need a link to it to join the watch along, please let me know. I will send you.
Rabbi, I sent you a message in private there.
Oh, one second.
I'll catch up with you all later on. Enjoy yourself, Sight. I think what's going to crop up later. But it's been a pleasure as always.
All right, toodle pip.
Ta-da.
Okay, Dan.
See you later.
Bye. Cheers.
Bye. I'm so confused. So what? Noel's got a stream going on as well now.
I think there was a discrepancy here with the timing of this, because I think this was supposed to go on after or something, and the Mandalorian review was supposed to go first.
Oh,
I believe.
Well,
that's why I was like, "Oh, you started at 6." I thought we were starting.
And we can
start at 5.
go to his channel for the movie. Actually, I don't want to schlep Keith around there. Fine, listen, we'll just.
Sorry, what, you want us to come back later?
No, I was going to say maybe we'll do this on Noel's channel. Can he come on for a minute and we'll just talk about what we're going to do?
I'll ask him. Hold on a minute.
I'm happy to change things around. We can do the Mandalorian here, and we could do this movie here, or we could move to his channel. I really don't mind. Okay, I don't mind.
I have shared this on social media, but I can always change it.
We'll work. Okay, so let's just bring him in, and we'll work out what to do. Yeah, this. By the way,
weren't you supposed to do that before going live? Maybe.
Yeah, listen. We'll do it live, mate. So listen, this gives me an opportunity to tell you about a bizarre thing that's going on in my life right now. You might think the U.S. elections are crazy. We're having my local synagogue elections, and it's gone batshit crazy, right? It's gone crazy. My local synagogue is in not the greatest shape. It's unfortunately it was when I moved here, it was like something that was very, very welcoming, and everybody was very, very happy to be there. It was very welcoming. I don't feel it's that way anymore. And so I think a lot of people have felt alienated from it for various reasons. So it's got to a point where the elections came along, and they haven't been able to get together a roster of people, right? So I'm in somewhat of I'll tell you a Jewish word, somewhat of a broigus. So somewhat of a broigus with certain elements within the show, which I won't go into.
Sorry, what does that mean?
A broig is an argument. Is an argument. Is a
okay.
Yes. So I haven't renewed my membership to the synagogue. And I was like, fine, yeah. I think it's actually worked out pretty well for me. We've been having because there's so many other people who aren't happy to go away, and because of Corona, we've been having street prayer groups. Like everything is in Judaism is very, very communally based, right? So you have communal prayer like 3 times a day. Fine. So going to synagogue was quite central. So because of Corona, the synagogue was incredible. We've been having groups on the street instead. Anyway, fine. So I've been quite happy with that. So here's the weird thing: the election coming, and it's kind of like a power struggle. Like this, it'll make a great movie because they were very, very serious about it, and it's like a very small thing, right? So it's kind of crazy. So a couple of people asked me if I would run to be on the board for a position that I sort of like a similar position that I volunteered for, and I was like, no. Absolutely not. No, leave me alone. And so then another person asked me the same thing. So somebody else came up to me today, and they said, "Listen, how about this? Can I put your name on the ballot 5 minutes before it closes, so nobody else can put anywhere else?" I'm like, if you want to do that, it's fine. Just because I kind of think it's funny, but it's really bizarre. I've been like sucked into this maelstrom of like this like really intense politics, and I was like. Really just thought I was out. So that's my bizarre life. Problem being, do you manage to get in contact with Noel? So that's the best story I got, like knocking around. I don't think I can tread much more water. Okay, he's making his chicken. I bet he's making chicken. Has he had? Oh, the problem being is if his mic's off, he's making. He's
probably making chicken. Yeah,
he's probably making chicken, and we're not. It's not a euphemism, ladies. He's probably just making the chicken. That's all I'm saying. Nobody get excited. Eastland Buckheimer, how you doing? Speaking of getting excited, Eastland, how are you? Kip Ellis, how you doing? And Jamie Timpton. I think Jodie Whittaker. You think Jodie Whittaker? I really don't think Jodie Whittaker's sexy. So I had the idea in the background for the cards to have like an angry Jodie Whittaker going like, really? It shouldn't be for the male gaze, and being quite upset. But then I thought, yeah, it's a bit comedic, a bit much. I don't think people, like. People don't want comedy with their titillation, I think. I mean, people want their right? It's like, we're going to say, what was it? Dave Chappelle.
I can't believe I've shared this link.
It's going to get worse. Dave Chappelle has this routine, which I really understood, which is he was watching some how can I put this? Adult entertainment, adult entertainment videographs. He was watching some movies, and he said the first scene was two gentlemen and a lady. He said he fast forward straight through that, and he says that I really relate to. He says I have a one penis limit in my sexual fantasies. Like I know once I see a second one, I'm out. Right, I think that's it's a good advice. Really, it's like if anybody asks you to come to a second location, don't go with them. Okay, stranger asks you to a second location, don't go to them. If you see a penis, you should leave. If you see a penis, you should leave. That's it. That is good advice. Problem being, are you back yet? You still make your bloody chicken.
Hello. Sorry.
Oh my god! I didn't know
listen, Noel's in a bit of pain. He's got a lot of back pain. So I think I just told him I think you should just
okay, fine,
relax.
Tell Noel. I wish him if he wants to jump on, it's fine. If he wants to start a stream, I'll like promote it at the end of this. It's whatever he wants.
Yeah, no worries.
Fine, everybody, please can you get your Rogue One ready? Fine. Good one. Your Rouge one.
Yep, it's ready.
Fine.
Lucasfilm logo.
One second. I got to press the start button. It's got to load it up. And then I'm going to press pause as it. There you go.
So you got to look out for my right elbow in this.
Oh, guess you will point out. Maybe are we going to watch Solo one day? I don't.
Who did you play?
I was a comms tech on the Imperial base.
Oh, I think I know.
I'm envious.
Everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now.
Yay, play. And Lucasfilm. Yes, good. We're on the page.
A bluish version of the logo. I'm quite surprised.
Long time ago
in a galaxy far away.
Far away.
But no crawl. Boom.
No scrawling for you.
Yeah. No,
I kind of wish there was.
What?
Yeah.
If I'm honest, I kind of wish that they started with the usual, thing, even though this isn't one of the main saga.
Yeah,
I kind of wish they had.
I do agree with you.
Still, though, it was before, I guess, and they wanted it to be a bit different, didn't they? So
yeah, and props to Michael Giacchino for the music, because he only literally had about a month to come up with the score for this, because the original it was who was it originally? There was someone else attached, and they had creative differences, and they're. Michael Giacchino came in last minute. I think, okay, it's not John Williams, but it's still a good score,
it's in the right style. I was going to say, it really gets that Star Wars style. It's got that gravitas, and like the sweep to it. It's got that Williams. Yeah.
This is before we were we realized we were hoodwinked.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was Alexander Desplat who was the composer originally, I believe, but I'm not sure of that. And there was creative differences. He left the project, and they rolled Giacchino in last minute.
He's good though. He did Star Trek. It was really good.
He
did, yeah.
Job. I'm really impressed.
He does get the style of it
Yeah,
well,
I have
doesn't
to
he?
say. I like the spin on the familiar. I like the
Yes.
original familiar.
This guy is always the villain. He's been in the villain a lot of stuff, isn't he? Marvel, Star Wars. He's
Max Mikkelsen,
the villain of the
played
month.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah,
in the TV
yeah, great
series.
show.
Yeah.
The Brian Fuller show.
Yeah.
And the other fella that comes out the ship as well. He's been playing villains
Yeah.
as well. Hasn't
He was a great Bond villain in Casino Royale.
Nice chap as well, actually. Australian.
Yeah, he was very nice.
Yeah, he's a nice guy on set.
You're not gonna like this problem being he's my number one choice for Avon.
Avon.
Ben Mendelsohn, really?
No.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Ah, okay, fine.
He'll be a good Avon, wouldn't he? He's got that like cunning.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah. No, I can see what you mean.
Although, I want to go really crazy with Villa and have for like Joe Gilgun. Which I know that upsets problem being he wants to be Villa.
I'm not going.
They all get killed in the end anyway.
I'm not stupid. I'm not expendable, and I'm not going.
They did really well with the design and the photography. It all feels to me this feels naturally like it is where it should be, in the Star Wars saga. So you've all turned your camera off, so I'm doing the same.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah. Join the club.
No, I just if we're either all doing cameras or not, right?
I'm having a tweet at the same time, so I don't. I'll save the world the terrifying sight.
Let me ask Rabbi, and I ask this just because I'm trying to learn more about live streaming and stuff. I take it you don't have the video on screen because you'll get done for copyright and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Is it? Right,
even if you have the end, no, you'll be demonetized. Your channel will get a copyright strike, and you won't be able to post or stream for a week.
Although it's really weird because I saw a review on Temple of Doom, and this girl was watching it, and she showed clips, and she had,
she's probably
I don't understand how it works.
Unevenly.
Yeah, I don't understand how it works. I really don't.
Well, if they're targeting you already, like they probably have with certain fandom menace types, then they'll probably unfairly choose to persecute that side of things rather than.
Well, Bostrek's having a hard time, isn't he? Bostrek's having a hard time with YouTube.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Ben Mendelsohn is Krennic here, which is again a great character in this. I think does a fantastic job.
Yeah,
he does.
He's normally excellent. I say he was about the only good thing in Captain Marvel. I thought
Captain Marvel sucked.
Well, he was good enough.
It really was bad, wasn't it?
It was a terrible movie.
The thing with this is you can tell that it was made by a Star Wars fan. Gareth Edwards is a Star Wars fan, and regardless of whether they had to bring others in to do reshoots, etc. You can see in the DNA of this that it's Star Wars, right?
Yeah. It's like I would love to see what on earth they shot for the original version of Solo with by Lord and Taylor.
Yeah, Lord and Miller. Yeah,
Lord and Taylor.
That's one of my pet peeves about movies when they do stuff is that if they don't get the person to look reasonably like the person they're trying to do, then it really pisses me off. That guy looks nothing like Harrison Ford, absolutely nothing like, and that really pissed me off from the get go.
Yeah, it didn't look like a bit like him at all.
Yeah. So was it Tony Gilroy who came in and did some of the reshoots on this? I believe it was, right?
I really don't know. What did they reshoot? Do you know?
Well, that's all a little bit ambiguous, but I know they sort of restructured the ending of this. And if you look at the trailer, there are a lot of different shots and scenes to what we actually get.
There's
that TIE fighter coming to her on the tower.
Exactly.
You're right. That wasn't in the movie.
No. But I just really think it works well, and
I do, and I like how they killed everybody off in the end. I mean, spoilers.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Spoilers.
yeah. Presumably, if anyone is actually listening to this live stream, they will have watched this film first.
I'm assuming so, yes.
But yeah, spoiler alert.
Forrest.
Well, that was a character that they took from the Clone Wars cartoons. The animated series. Yeah.
Rouge won.
Fake Star Wars tune. It's not really Star Wars.
You don't have to play
this is the weird thing, because they kind of they start off with very much its own themes and not Star Wars, but then by the end of the film they go full Williams with it, don't they? Which is kind of an interesting choice.
It's always fun seeing a good modern take on a classic Star Wars type alien.
The only person I didn't like was her. I didn't think her performance was very good at all.
Well, the character was a bit one-dimensional, wasn't it?
Well, apparently her performance was altered in editing, looping, and reshoots to make the character more likable, because apparently she was much more rebellious and harder in the original versions. And they tried to make her a bit more relatable, but as a result, it took a lot of the characterization out. So
yeah,
it's
they didn't do a very good job, because I still didn't feel anything for her at all.
Now, Diego Luna here, great actor, and I'm really kind of interested in this Cassian Andor series that they're talking about. Because this, I really like this character. This is one of those new characters that
it works. I also
felt...
like Daniel Mays and everything, but when he's in it, you can always guarantee he's going to get killed horribly and pathetically.
It was a huge success, wasn't it? This film.
It did okay. I mean, listen, it wasn't. I mean, it didn't like crash and burn like Solo.
Yeah, but it was a huge success, was it not, Keith?
I believe so. Yeah, I mean, well, it was a decent success. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to see what the box office is. It
didn't embarrass itself.
Yeah, exactly.
And it didn't scrape by, but it did what it was.
This guy's always on British TV and detective shows. That's why it makes me laugh.
I really like him.
According to online, I mean, it's made over $1 billion at the box office, and it cost about 260 million to make. So yes, it's done it's paid for itself.
Yeah. But I guess from that point, when they were making Disney Star Wars, they were thinking, we're onto a good thing.
Right,
one a year was the idea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because this was the film. This was the film that was between Force Awakens and Last Jedi, right? Was this one?
And it all went downhill from Last Jedi.
Yeah, like before the Last Jedi nuclear explosion that destroyed Star Wars. I think, Cassian Andor series. It all depends on who's in charge of it. If it's a Kathleen Kennedy project, or if it's a Jon Favreau, or maybe there's another faction. Who knows?
And this is the first Star Wars where we've had captions indicating where the planets are. Although interestingly, they don't use it one for Mustafar when we end up on there. But
oh, really?
Yeah, which I always again found bizarre because it was inconsistent.
It is bizarre, isn't it?
But
it is strange.
I tell you what, I did sadly for my birthday this year, which was back in April. They actually had a commentary online with some of the people behind the production, the writer and stuff, and it was just really, really interesting to hear what it all went through.
That is interesting.
I put the Blu-ray in and then just listen to the commentary on the stream, if you know what I mean. Hopefully, like people are doing now. He says.
With any luck. So yeah, again, it all depends who will be in charge of the project. But yeah,
I love this guy in Four Lions.
Yes,
really great planet shots in this film, isn't it? Some terrific, absolutely terrific planet shots.
Again, it's very solid, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to say something about Clone Wars. I can't remember.
And thank God they got the real stormtroopers, not that stupid design that looks like they're laughing.
Duck faces.
Yeah.
I liked them the first time I saw them. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a cool upgrade.
Nah, I didn't like them.
Well, I mean, they sort of tried to do the natural progression thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
What's
the point of having armor like that if lasers can go right through it? What is the point?
Well, it can deflect if not a direct hit or something, can't it? So yeah,
that's the thing about what's the name, Beskar steel. That's why it's such a big deal. It can deflect blasters.
Yeah, on the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
K2SO, what a great character! I love this character.
Yeah. Congratulations, you're being rescued.
If you notice, I'll bring it up. I got the Blu-ray in a special cover. Right. It's the K2SO. You had a choice of different ones. You have the normal slipcase underneath, but you had. So yeah, I got a K2SO one.
That was it.
It's cool.
I do like that character. Thank God he wasn't like that stupid robot in the Solo one. Oh my lord! What are they doing with that?
Just grating.
And look at this wonderful set design. They've got this situation room is just as you see it a few days later in A New Hope.
Days ago, like nails it. Also, they all look like the same people.
Yeah, I mean the casting of General Dodonna there. He looks just like the dude that they had in 1977. Amazing.
Rabbi, I think you've got a guest in your studio.
I know. I just put him in.
Oh,
he's right here.
I didn't see that. I got my window miniaturized.
No, how you doing, mate?
Not too good.
I hear you back bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm in an awful state here. The whole left side of my body is shut down, mate.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing about that?
Well, I can't go to the fucking hospital because I'll fucking die.
Okay.
My luck. I'll just have to see if it eases down. It's either a cracked nerve or it's just.
That sounds sort of like what it is, but I mean, you should take something for it.
Well, I'm after taking a 3 Solpadeine. You're only supposed to take 2. I'm after taking 3, and it's just after easing the pain enough that it's tolerable now. As you can hear, my voice is actually shaking because I'm in so much pain. But I know it's grand. The show must go on. But later on, I have some.
You're better than the selections. Look at the.
Yeah, listen to this though. Later on, I have some mind-blown Doctor Who news.
Oh, what is it?
Oh no, you have to wait till later on because this news it'll disturb the whole movie that you are watching.
Wow.
Oh, now you got to tell us.
No, can't. All I'll just say is, I'll say this: the Sontarans are supposed to be in Series 13, but the Sontarans are down to be changed.
What's going to be changed?
Their sexuality.
Oh, they're supposed to be asexual.
What?
They're supposed to be asexual.
I'll tell you later.
But are they going to make it?
Well, just put it this way. I'm told that Chris Chibnall is leaving after Series 13, and he's going to try get everything into this last season that he wanted to do for his whole run.
Oh, God.
So, you can imagine.
It'll be a pretty bad run. Plenty to take the piss out of.
That's gonna this season's gonna fucking destroy the whole fucking thing.
I'll be doing a video on my channel after we finish here, and whoever wants to come on can come on with me while I'm discussing the news.
Okie dokie.
Oh, the Star Wars streams that we did.
What about?
Finally monetized by YouTube last night.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's funny how much. It's funny about how much Jimmy Smith's fits in here.
What?
Yeah, well,
What's
it's
his name?
it's great that they get the some of the prequel actors back to reprise their roles.
Smoothly done. But I was going to ask you about the planet Jeddah. Was that the major repository for kyber crystals?
What you mean in expanded universe and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I've no idea. I'm not really a aficionado on the Star Wars EU stuff. So yeah, I mean, the only thing I was really into, as I mentioned on a previous podcast, was the radio dramas, and this film does actually completely contradict those. But hey, fair enough. It's
in its own continuity. That way.
Well, apparently, because the planet in this, which is Scarif, where the Death Star plans are, in the radio adaptation, because the radio adaptation kind of takes place in this period. So the first 3 episodes are before A New Hope even starts. And you see Leia getting the Death Star plans, and she gets them from a planet called Tapawa, right? But in this, it's Scarif. But apparently they said on that commentary I listened to that the reason it's called Scarif is because when they were writing it, Gareth Edwards and the writers, they went to a Starbucks in the States, and because obviously Gareth Edwards is British, the person who served them didn't pick up his name correctly, and he wrote Scarif on the cup, not Gareth. And that's how they decided to name.
I've heard this. Yeah.
Hey, that's funny.
I only
wish when I went to New York in '99. I remember going to a deli and trying to order a sandwich, and over there you have to order everything, including what you want in it, including butter, lettuce, chicken, whatever it is. So I said I wanted a tuna melt mayo, whatever it was, and he couldn't understand what I was saying, so I had to keep repeating myself. And I remember I need butter. And said, what? Whatever it was, and butter. And he goes, tomato? I said, no, butter. And he goes, what's that? And I said, and I realized, I said, and butter. Oh, butter. It's just oh my God's sake.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so my question about the crystals is this. They were strip mining Jeddah for kyber crystals, and it seemed to be a major center of it, right? And if the kyber crystals are a fuel source for the Death Star, for their thing, won't they need to replenish it at some point? And where are they going to get the more kyber crystals from?
Yeah, good question. Don't know.
So, there you go.
Don't know. This was maybe the one thing, the sort of mind creature thing that you end up with here, the tentacle thing. That felt a little bit plot devicey, I must admit.
Well,
that's a nitpick, though. That's a nitpick.
No, do you need the time code, or are you all right?
No, I'm not watching Rogue One. Are you joking?
I'm in it.
Yeah, cool. You could show me your parts, but I'm not interested.
Strong opinion.
Point my elbow out.
Always a man of strong opinions.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're not haven't done more counting in the election now. How is that possible?
Well, yeah. Very suspicious.
Just don't say anything about that, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm stressed as it is, man. Don't need that crap.
Oh, okay.
Or something that I have an argument with someone over. I had enough last night and listening to weirdo. If all I'll say is if nobody can see what's happening, right? Well, then they can all kiss me arse as far as.
Well, no. Have you seen the info, the graphic I showed?
I love this shot.
Oh, yeah, no,
great. This is fantastic. Yeah.
Oh my god! One second, I'll tell you this. This is an awesome shot. Yeah, no. Let me find the thing and show you. You get this game freak.
It's got to be one of the greatest shots in Star Wars. It has to be.
It's too short, though.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's effective. It does the job.
Well, if you notice, if you look at Empire Strikes Back, because they pride themselves on visual effects, there's loads of scenes in Empire Strikes Back where you can revel in their visual effects. But because it's all done on a computer and everybody wants to move fast, I mean, that shot should really have been slightly longer, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, this is eerie, isn't it? It's very
it just
uncanny
doesn't
valley.
work. I wish it's suddenly you're watching a cutscene.
And
Yeah,
it takes you out of it somewhat, doesn't it?
I remember I was amazed that they went there. I was, I was expecting him to be like maybe reflected in the glass, like we see right at the opening of the scene, and then
Exactly.
and they went, and I was like, oh my god! But I know some millennials that have watched this that had no idea who Peter Cushing was, right? Sadly, and but they didn't realize that this wasn't. They didn't realize that this was CG at all. So
that's crazy. I mean, it's so obvious to me. Even
to me that it worked.
They would have done it. They should have done it.
I don't know.
Like the guy kind of looked like him anyway. Just do it in regular makeup.
I'll
show you this graph thing.
I think it's extremely good. I think it's extremely good.
The eyes, it's dead. That's why it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's just, and the skin tone.
They should have just left the real guy's eyes in, because it just doesn't work.
No, they should have done it with makeup.
Deep fake technology. I think even then could have done it better.
Yeah, well, of course, it's all moved on in the time since this was made, which is frightening, isn't it?
Well, I mean, they can already deep fake voices. They can deep fake faces. God only knows what's going to happen. There's going to have to be new laws to catch up with all this, because
it'll finally mean that actors are irrelevant. You can have anybody in anything
from any period of time. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, if you see a video with the rabbi with 6 girls,
that's how you
big
know
porno. That's deep fake.
I have to tell you this.
I'm not sure actually.
That's how this stuff's going to be developed. It'll be for porn. They'll be like, oh, you can see Marilyn Monroe and Greta Garbo. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Like for film, but like seriously, I can see them developing it for that. I still can't believe that nobody's done a narrative fiction in virtual reality. It's only porn. Like that's the only thing they make. Like really? Can they? I mean, it can't be that expensive to make a virtual reality thing. How I know that? Because they keep making porn. So like that, they don't normally overspend on that, do they?
I have to say, I like this. I like this new ship design as well. I think
it's the inside, isn't it?
Yeah,
it looks like an X-wing fighter, like size, and it's a lot more. I love this shot.
I do honestly think, though, Star Wars days are numbered in the cinema. I don't think anyone will see Star Wars as they did in the old days.
Yeah,
TV definitely.
I think cinemas days are numbered as well. But
no, he'll come back. I'm hoping.
I think it'll become like a vinyl experience. They have to have a different experience.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be an experience that celebrates it, not makes it in addition to something else. Like it's not going to work having a restaurant there with it. You can watch a movie, have a meal. That's not. No, you got to have something that like makes the movie the star.
Yeah.
They got this cool thing in Israel called a VIP room. It's a smaller one, smaller theater. There's all these there's 30 big lazy boys like chairs in there. With you can put your feet up, you have a blanket or whatever. The little table. There's a room you go into beforehand that has buffet with nibbles and drinks and everything. You have unlimited popcorn and drinks throughout the movie. It's It's like double or triple the price of a movie ticket. But like, basically, it's dinner and a movie.
Well, they do have. I think Odin started doing that over here recently, and
okay.
Talk about
they've been
bad
doing
luck,
it for
bad
some
luck for
time.
them. Yeah,
they've
but
been
talk
doing
about
it
bad
for
luck for them.
Yeah.
What an afro!
There's an afro.
There's an afro.
God, if kids watch this, they'd be disturbed, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Kids are more tougher than you think.
I know. Listen, I tried to disturb mine, and I kept failing. It's true. Okay, how far into this movie are we? We're good.
We're 27 minutes, 28
so
minutes.
So far, hasn't stepped a step wrong for me.
Yeah, me too.
It's like,
one of the things I'm glad as well is they tried, other things like K2SO is so different to, protocol droids and everything that we're used to from C3PO and whatever. And it's just nice that they had a character that not only looked different, but had a completely different personality. Okay, that moment there's a bit
that was a bit cringy,
yeah, that's a bit fan servicey, and it's amusing.
It was much better. Like, was it Robot Chicken when they explained that bit where he's like, "Snag." Have you ever seen that? He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have a great day today," because he's like, nobody understands him. He's like having a fight, having his arm cut off.
But the thing is, you think about it, they narrowly escape annihilation on this, only to 2 or 3 days later end up in the cantina. And
right, fate is fate, baby.
That was one of those winky fan moments.
It was,
but hey, I can forgive it. That at least they look the same.
I always like the Meg Griffin as the trash compactor monster in Family Guy. That was the other thing. We were going to do a watch along with that, and then I realized most people don't have that.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody put in the comments, Kip put a bit silly that moment, and I agree entirely, Kip. That was an unnecessary moment.
Ip Man. There's Ip Man.
The 80s, we're used to the occasional cringe.
Ip Man, that's who it is. You ever watch Ip Man, the films?
No.
He's been in 4 so far.
I think they finished it. I heard he's got a good career.
Oh yeah, he's a big star.
He's really, really good with the martial arts, this fella. Really good. I was really surprised to see him in this, actually, when I first saw it, because I've known him as a martial arts star for a long time. When I saw him in it, I was like, wow.
So how far after Revenge of the Sith is this, you think?
Oh, it's nearly 20 years, isn't it? It's about 19 years or whatever.
No. Oh, right. It's working, right? So it's 19 years later. So how old is that guy? He seems in his 40s.
Who are we talking about?
The martial arts guy. So
he's in his 40s. Yeah.
So it seems like he would have been a Jedi if it wasn't for Order 66, but he would have been a Jedi much younger then. Like he was in his 20s when when the insurrection, when the Order 66 happened.
Donnie Yen is 57 years old.
Wow, older than me.
So
this was made 4 years ago? Is it 4 years ago? When was this made? I can't remember. 2016, right? Yeah, 2016. So yeah, it'd have been in his mid 50s, I guess.
I'd say 54. Okay, so he'll be 34, right? When the when the
Order 66, yeah.
So why wasn't he a Jedi earlier? Like why like it seems like he's a full sensitive guy. Why wasn't he a Jedi?
The galaxy's a big place, man.
Save the baby.
This is a great action scene. Again, I think this is so nicely executed.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The stunt
really
work,
is. They get the whole occupation feeling really right.
Yeah, the physical effects, the stunt
Yeah.
work, it all works really well.
And like the new types of stormtroopers, new stuff, what feels organic.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the fact that they've come up with some new stuff. It's just like when I was a kid, I had a Star Wars toy, a vehicle that didn't exist in canon at the time, and it was called a troop transporter.
I had that one, yes.
And what's great is in the Mandalorian, they've introduced that into canon. I think they did it in Rebels first. I think they did it in animation, and now they've done it live action, and it makes me so happy because I thought it was such a good design.
This is such an analog for the war in the Middle East, isn't it?
Yeah, but they also gave him the gun he had in the animated thing that he first appeared in. That weird full gun that was from his first animated appearance.
Oh, at the Boba Fett, the disintegrator gun. Yeah. No, exactly. That's good as well.
They had him banged to rights and they missed him. Stormtroopers,
Yeah, well, we all know they're crap shots, you know.
Well, I remember they said this in one of the games. I'm not sure if this is a canon, that they were all like the Australian guy, the Boba Fett guy. And then after Order 66, they introduced new stock into them to... that's a good shot, a good scene.
This is so nicely done. Again, I can't... I'd love to have made this film or been in this film because this is just great. This is everything that I want from a Star Wars movie. You know, it's Gareth Edwards did a great job.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely did. I was a bit disparaging of him, but I'm wrong. I like this, and the best bits are still to come.
Why is everybody so obsessed with everybody's sexuality these days, eh? Jesus, why?
Did it come up?
What?
Why do you say that? What happened?
Because I'm thinking of obviously the Solo one where the robot he was screwing the robot, wasn't he? What's his name? You know, I just thinking of why? Yeah, why have that? It's madness.
And he was good casting for Lando as well.
Nah, I would never have cast him.
Really? I seem to work.
I wouldn't have never have cast him. And also, why is he wearing the same clothes? Why is he wearing the same clothes as wearing Empire? You'd think he'd wear something different.
Not
a big deal.
Again, you know, I think the Lord and whoever it is, not Lord and Taylor, Lord and Miller version, it was supposed to be like a live action cartoon, like very very comedic and feeling like it's a live action cartoon. And I think it had the same kinetic pace as the Spider-Man movie did, which was really good. So I think it was supposed to be really much more played for laughs than. Look at
this. This is so good. This is so great.
Yes.
This, you know,
I love this scene.
To me, it feels like it does feel like the old films. It really does.
Right.
This guy should be in the Matrix movie.
They're making that now, aren't they? New Matrix movie.
He fights better than Daredevil, put it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that first season, they had that brawl that in one camera, one scene, that's so good.
And what a great introduction. That's such a great character introduction, right?
So
there.
did they have these two characters for the Chinese market then?
Possibly.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a great character, isn't he?
I was going to say I don't care if it's as long as they're good characters. I couldn't give a shit. I couldn't give a shit whether they're male, female, what ethnicity, what sexuality. I don't care as long as they're good characters. Exactly. And as far as I'm concerned, these are good characters that forward the story. So this is excellent.
They are brilliant. I mean, this is absolutely perfect casting.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this movie is much better than I remember it.
I know it's got it. I know it's got its critics, but I find it very hard to criticize this one. This is
I get it. It's really good. There's a great line here where they put a hood on him.
Yeah, And he goes,
"I'm blind."
yeah, that's.
I tell you, this alien.
Gaylord arsehole. What?
What?
Yeah. And I like it. The TIE fighters, they got their sound right, and it feels so like just right in that universe.
Oh, look, and there's a Death Star droid, or
It's gorgeous shot.
you know, or a droid like we saw on the Sandcrawler. That's great. I love it.
Yeah.
It's fan service, but you know, if it
again, that's what.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
Mandalorian had tons of fan service in it. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it very much. Yeah,
great stuff.
It worked pretty well. I love seeing the Banthas. You know, who doesn't love seeing a Bantha?
There was a bit of cruelty to Banthas in that last episode.
Oh yeah, that Crate Dragon had a few. Everybody complained the Crate Dragon was too big. Maybe he was a big one, and the one C-3PO walked by was a small one.
Yeah, the one C-3PO walked by could have been, you know, an
And it's
infant
all,
that had got killed.
Right.
There's all jail cells like that, though, in Star Wars universe.
Right.
The same jail cell as
I
Luke was caught in.
Dancing girl, Twi'lek, was it?
The Twi'lek, yeah, that's all good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's great.
So I wonder if in the Star Wars universe is being a Twi'lek the same as being French? You know, there's like this built-in eroticism about a Twi'lek. They're always dancing girls. Fun fact about Paris: average Parisian male uses 2 bars of soap a year. 2 bars of soap a year.
What?
And if you're in Paris in August, you will know that.
They like their animal scent.
They do, don't they? Oh, I'll tell you. I went on a overnight train from Paris to Florence with my family. That was freaking gorgeous. Although it took ages from to get there for the train to arrive. But we got there. We woke up at like dawn and we're like going through this like Swiss Alps, and there was like a postcard.
Wow.
And we're actually in it. It was really cool. I don't know how we came upon that.
Yeah, it's like that when I went to Austria. It's just these mountains were just wow. We went right past where they shot Sound of Music. It's quite.
I thought you were going to say Anne Frank.
Bloody hell.
Only I could get away with that. It's fine.
Oh my life.
I knew you were here.
I do like, what's his name, this actor? What's he called again?
Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, he was good as Idi Amin in that movie with.
He was
King
good
of
in that
Scotland.
movie.
Yeah, King of Scotland. He was good as Idi Amin.
He's really good in that.
He's a very good actor. He's a very
He
good
is. He's a brilliant actor. Brilliant.
That was that was a good thing putting him in this. I mean, you know, they've got some good acting talent in this.
Yeah,
you know, Matt Mikkelsen, Ben Mendelsohn, they're really good.
It's a trap.
And that guy does a good, you know, the one that was the stand-in for Peter Cushing. You know, he performed that really well.
That's what I'm saying. They should have done it with makeup. They should have just done a prosthetic makeup.
He's in Casualty, isn't he? That guy. Casualty.
I don't watch it. I don't know.
Yeah, he's in Casualty.
The Princess Leia one at the end is a bit worse, I think.
Well, it was unnecessary. That's another thing. That there were a few things. I mean, we'll get there, but you know that was a bit unnecessary. Also, having R2 in 3PO in it is a bit of fan service, but it actually makes no sense that they were on Yavin at that particular point in the story. Yep. Makes no sense.
Right,
because they're supposed to be on the blockade runner with Leia coming from Alderaan or wherever she was coming from. So it made no sense they were there at that point.
No, the idea was it hadn't taken off yet.
I don't buy that.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, you can fan answer it, but let's be honest, it was just put in as a bit of fan service and doesn't really make sense.
Right, I hear it.
It was just to get them, and also you have in that scene as well. You have Chopper, who is the robot from the astromech droid from Rebels, makes a cameo as well, which is quite nice.
There used to be this thing in London, which I went to with when I was there about 8 years ago with my son, called the Movie Inn, and they had like the set for the Blockade Runner, the famous thing that they had like the Star Wars thing set, like a Darth Vader set up in there, right? And I'd forgotten a camera, and I got schmoozing with the person there who works there. So listen, you can pay with them to do the pictures. And listen, can I just pay you to come and take a bunch of pictures of me and my kid? And it's like, instead of here, he's like, yeah, I guess so, no problem. So we did. So because he did that, they let me inside the set of it. It was really cool. So next time I went there, which was a year or two later, they were charging people to do the same thing. Somebody must have had the idea from that, but it was very, very cool. I'll try about the pictures. By the way, this is perfect. I love how it they got this design just right.
Yeah, I remember. He couldn't remember his lines.
Who?
Is it Ben Mendelsohn?
Right.
Yeah, he couldn't remember his lines a lot. He kept fluffing them up so many times. Bless him. I know how that feels.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I keep refreshing this map, and there's like this. They haven't done any more in Pennsylvania. It's like, it amazes me. Like, it's daytime now.
I don't care.
I do.
I don't care about America.
Calls a genuine global apocalypse.
Yeah.
America don't care about us, so why should we care about them?
Because if this goes to a civil war, which is one step away from being, and like if Biden tries to, if they try and go forward with the presidency based on this, because of Michigan and Wisconsin, there will be a civil war.
Oh dear.
That's all. Those two things are certainly going to be contested. I don't think if there's civil war, like the economy is teetering anyway. How's that going to be good for it?
They'll sort it out.
Yeah, this could be really big.
They always do.
Yeah, I tend to think my theory is it's just going to work itself out in a really boring way.
Hopefully.
I will just have riots and Trump will win, right? It'll just be riots.
Did they make up an excuse for why there was that thing in the Death Star to shoot at?
Yeah,
why it was so vulnerable.
This is the he
yeah,
put
it was planted. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it was a fail-safe that he put in, so
right.
Which is fine. I don't mind that. Yeah,
I don't mind it either. Thought it was quite a good idea, actually.
Contradict
well, it certainly helps sort of take away the kind of eye roll when you think too much about the original Star Wars movie. You think, yeah, how convenient.
Yeah, that's true.
It's better than Force Awakens, which had the thing that
never bothered me.
A bunch of planets.
Yeah, I have to say it never bothered me. I was always like,
well, we never really cared because it was just too great.
Exactly,
too much fun. Yeah. I love that shadow. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is intense.
Oh yeah, they're about to. Yeah. Still no railing.
Oh.
One reactor only.
Scarif.
Yeah.
I
Trying to
do
find
like
the,
Matt Mikkelsen. I do like his work.
Yeah, I do too. He's an intense actor, isn't he?
Right. Well, he was
Whoa.
perfect as Hannibal.
He was. He was.
That was a weird show, but I did enjoy it.
Same here.
You think about how quickly it takes to destroy a planet in the original Star Wars movies. Like, no, this is just goes on forever.
it's the first time they're using it, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
what I always think. It's just
Yeah, I guess.
Well, again, and they only use one reactor. They're 4 reactors.
I love that though. It's just like ripping it up. Yeah.
It's annoying. I was just trying to find. I had a picture. You know that you said about that hallway in the New Hope. I did have my picture taken there with an ex-girlfriend, and I think what's happened is it was in her photos on Facebook, and of course because we split up, I've lost those photos now, so I can't find that picture. That sucks. But we were doing lightsabers and everything in that hallway. And
So we invented that.
When he just thought about it. Yeah.
That with the guy here, he got my son told my son to jump up here. We're trying to find the pictures.
I've just been all through my photos on Facebook and all that, and no, I haven't got it. It's a casualty of war, as it were.
You do, and then if you go and try and find them, it would be stalkery.
Look at this. This is good. This is great.
Where's photos now? God, why do they keep redesigning Facebook? Stop it. I'll go to me.
Well, there's just been an Apple update as well, and they've changed the layout of everything. So it's
stop, leave me alone. Oh, here we go.
And standing around looking at it's not going to help you, is it?
Daniel said hello on the chat. I've noticed.
Danny, how you doing? Here, I got the pictures. And I like how punches like this universal.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. It was exactly that. Yeah,
right. So this
shit,
was
man.
after I went with my older son. And he yeah, also I got another.
Damn it! I don't know. I don't have those. I never gave it a thought, but I don't have those pictures anymore. That's so annoying.
That's me about to skewer him. He deserves it. That's the one who's the disaster area. This is our trip to London. He's so tall now, this kid. He's like 6 foot. I think he's nearly over 6 foot. That's good.
This is really tense stuff.
Yeah.
Punch it. Yeah.
That was a great shot where they jumped at light speed.
Look at that. That's ominous.
Yeah, and again, I love the silence.
Yeah, that's awe, isn't it? Sheer awe.
All right. I love his like.
See that, and they got the graphic and everything on the screen, spot on. I found it! Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Those eyes are so dead. Those eyes are dead.
It works in a video game, though.
Sure, it does. How tall was Peter Cushing? Does anybody know?
Yeah, it was quite.
he was
I think he was about 6'1" or something.
Was
I
he?
believe.
He looks
Bearing in
really
mind how
tall in this
tall
film.
Christopher Lee was in Dracula. You know,
It'll be good.
I mean, Christopher Lee was massive, wasn't he?
yeah, he was like 6'6" or something, wasn't he?
Is this it?
I sent you it, Rabbi, because I found it.
Yeah, I just put it up, I think.
Oh, there you go. Same
is it?
corridor.
Ah, nice.
Ever the child.
Very cool.
C-3PO had fallen over, though, clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, but I bet he did often.
See, the casting again is great. All of these rebels look like the
Yes.
guys that you saw in the.
Peter Cushing's 5'11".
Ah, cool.
Oh, all right, same height as me. Okay, not that tall then.
But he looks really tall in this film, though.
Yeah, I'm actually checking it there. He's 5'11" and a half, so he's just under 6 foot.
Yeah, check out this picture. This is what happens when you mouth off to a imperial officer.
Well, Ben Mendelsohn was about 5'7", 5'8". in my
Mr.
opinion.
Rennie was 6'4" and a half. Vincent Price was 6'4". And Alec McGuinness was 5'9" and a quarter. I don't know why they're giving me all of these other people's fucking heights. I only asked for. So I'll give you a little bit of trivia and actually contribute a little bit.
Thank you very much.
What?
Yeah, a bit of Boba Fett armor.
When is Mando's episode 2 coming out?
That'll be, I guess, tomorrow, or the day after. I think tomorrow.
Is it? Right.
Oh yeah, this is when we went to.
I'm actually really enjoying the show.
That's great.
It's very, very good.
Yeah. Ah, that's cool. There is. Is that your kid, Rabbi?
Yeah, he is. That's when we went to London.
Is that the one that's in the army that you were telling me about?
No, this is his younger brother. He's like 6'2" now.
Oh, all right.
He's a big.
Huge Doctor Who fan, yeah.
Hey, he was then.
Yeah. Well, you can see, you can tell, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Not
Sherlock?
anymore.
Hold
Yeah,
on. Is that Sherlock? Is that Sherlock's?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Rabbi. Of course, Rabbi would have to sit down on Sherlock's chair, wouldn't he?
Look at him. Look, I'm behind the velvet rope.
Yeah, I've been to 221B. That's great. Oh, look, there's me and the mega geek. Mr. Diaz. Do you remember that day, Ian?
I do remember.
Okay,
What's going on midway down your face there? What's
Yeah,
going
there's
on?
a line going across their faces. Yeah, it looks like Mega Geek has a bigger smile. Look at.
Looks like you haven't been fully printed yet.
You know what? No offense, but with that picture, the way it's blurred like that, you look like Kanye West.
Oh, there's something to be proud of. Oh.
3 geeks.
I tell you, well, 221B is so nice, isn't it, to go visit?
Yeah, they should have an augmented reality app there you could buy. Like if you put your phone up, you'll see Sherlock Holmes in it, and they can act out the thing.
That's sad.
Are you a Sherlock fan? Are you?
Oh yeah, I love Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah, good. No, me too.
Was that the Doctor Who experience that's gone now? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, there is, isn't it? Like they got rid of it.
Well, nothing lasts forever. Oh yeah, that did them regenerating.
Well, it's like I was doing my Back to the Future review, and on the 4K they've got Back to the Future the ride, and it reminded me of what used to be at Universal Studios, and it used to be so good, and it's not there anymore, and I felt all nostalgic watching
I'm so glad they got the whole. They have the whole ride on it that you can like.
They do, yeah. It's 30 minutes long, so they have all of the videos that you had while you were in the queue at the Institute of Future Technology, and the actual safety guide and the ride itself, all included. It's amazing. Anyway, sorry, I've taken us off of Rogue One. Sorry. Look at this. This is brilliant. Now this sequence coming up is awesome. Love this.
Yeah.
Where I like the fact that it's raining and it's dark and it's
we
I
haven't seen that before, have we?
No, it's just so good. And of course, it then makes total sense why they end up with the shuttle, because obviously the engine's blown out here,
Right.
Storytelling wise, it all makes total sense.
Yeah, I just don't understand how everything doesn't fit together this well. I mean, how there's so many things that have terrible plot holes.
Well, we know why, though, don't we? It's not rocket science.
How it can how there's so many systems to avoid that happening.
No, it's
research mainly.
You know why?
A story editor, they go, "Oh, that doesn't make sense." That's the point of a script editor.
There's so much crap going on, and even before the pandemic with Hollywood and British film industry and stuff like that. That's why I'm a bit, nonplussed about it all.
I told you that I wanted you to get what's her name?
Who? Jessica
Findlay Brown. You should do a vehicle for her. Jessica Brown Findlay, the girl from Downton Abbey. She was also in Brave New World. Really good actress, fantastic, and she's gorgeous. She's stunning. I had to watch Brave New World twice because she's so beautiful. I mean, she's so stunningly beautiful. I couldn't hear what she was saying. I was just like, oh, whenever she came on the screen. So I watched it, and she's absolutely fantastic in that. But she could really use a good action movie vehicle. That she would be perfect for that, and that'd be perfect for her career right now. So you're so good at doing female action movies, right? You are. You've got a real affinity for that.
Yeah, the thing is, Rabbi, it's difficult to get round agents and stuff for actors that have profile and career like that. It's really difficult.
I understand.
It's not impossible, but it's really difficult.
Right. But I still think if you wrote something, then you'll find wrote something for her, then you'll find the right person for it.
It's not as easy as you think it is.
No, I don't think it. No, but then you find the right. I told you, what movie did I work out? I wanted to fun for you last night. What was that? Yeah,
you were talking about. I did watch the beginning of your show
right,
last night, and I was like, "What the hell is Rabbi talking about?" You were hysterical. I couldn't figure out what the hell you were saying.
I was saying I want to rope you into doing something. I don't know what.
Rabbi, I sent you a picture on Twitter in your DM.
There we go. 1 second. I do have a message. They sent me a picture. What is that?
That's something we put in our costume. You notice they all have these things in their pockets.
I want to. Let me share it.
Oh, let's see. That sounds good.
Somehow I accidentally ended up with it after
the wrong one. Sorry. Hang on, that was the wrong one.
That's not me regenerating.
Highlander.
Sorry, I said the wrong thing. Let me get the right thing.
It was me thinking it was Highlander, but of course it's Doctor Who.
On Twitter. Yeah, 1 second. I went to the wrong social media. Here we go. There we go. So what is that?
All right, what's that then?
That's what you fit in your pockets. You notice all the people in the Empire have these little.
Oh, in the military uniforms that the Empire wear, yeah.
Yeah, that's my one.
What is it?
Oh, right.
That's an authentic Rogue One.
But nice. Where does it go? Which pocket?
The Imperial officers wear it. Yeah,
or on your sleeve. I can't remember that. I think it was in my breast pocket.
But where does it show?
You'll see it all the time. Look, he's got some in his sleeves there. Look,
on his left arm. Yeah, his upper left arm. He's got a load of them.
Hang on. I can't see his arm now.
See, I love this. The design here. Oh,
yeah, it just fits perfectly. And music is so good. I mean, really.
Yeah, Michael Giacchino, a big fan.
Oh,
Big fan. He won an Oscar for Up, the animated film, and
Right. Oh my!
and
Crying
he-
like a baby in that movie.
yeah, and
Oh
he did
my
the
God,
he did the
I cried.
JJ verse. He did the JJ verse Star Trek,
Which
films.
I quite like. I didn't feel Star Trek-y, but I liked it.
Yeah, there you go. He's got a couple in his top pocket as well.
Right.
Oh, that's cool. That's a nice prop to have.
You can tell he was rushed though to make the music for this because there's no theme. Because usually Michael always has a theme. If you look at Up and you look at the Star Trek movies, he has a theme that you can hum after the movie. But in this film, there isn't anything
Quite
really.
generic.
Yeah,
Right.
But they end up going with the Force theme, don't they? In the end, they go there. It's funny because it's so weird. The beginning, of the film, apart from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, they don't go there at all. Yet by the end, you have the fanfare and exactly the same, circle out to the blue writing and all of that stuff. So it's really weird that they go there at the end, but not at the beginning.
I heard they were really nervous because they thought this film was too dark. But thank
That's
God
what
they
I
stuck
love
with
about it. That's what I love about it. And if they do a Cassian Andor show, it's going to be basically rebel spies and everything. I hope that that's super dark. I really
Exactly.
Be up for that.
That'd be wonderful.
But you can see why they were nervous, though. But thank God they stuck to their guns.
I do like they were he was gonna assassinate him there.
I love his performance. He's seriously, Diego Luna's fantastic in this.
Again, this movie has not put a step wrong. It's so much better than I remember. So much better than I give it credit for.
I did this virtual reality Star Wars experience thing in Canary Wharf. Was it Canary Wharf? I'm trying to think where. No, it was in one of the Westfield centers or something a few years back, and the setup for it had him reprising this role in a video at the beginning where he's explaining about getting hold of the Death Star plans and all this, and you have to disguise yourself as a stormtrooper and basically go and have a battle, and it was so well done. It was one of the best things, I tell you. So good that was.
I can tell you that these stormtroopers had a hell of a time in those in their armor. It cut into their skin. It's horrible.
So we problem being, I'm curious then. So what scenes were you in then? Was it the stuff on Yavin or
later the stuff on Scarif, I reckon.
No, it's what's it called? Jeddah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
On the base. And then we also did we were sort of sequestered to do one of the earlier scenes with where they were walking around the streets in the market. So we had to change a costume for that.
Excellent.
But I didn't spot myself in that one. But we got to see a massive napalm explosion, towards the end of the movie with all the trees, and you got napalm explosions.
Right. Nice.
And we got to see the whole thing. It was just you could feel your eyelashes curling. It was amazing. Cheered for that.
Now, when he had the X-wing fly behind the martial arts guy, freaking awesome shot.
And I got to see a real X-wing as well.
Oh my god, that's gonna be good.
Nice.
It's massive.
There's a good Star Wars virtual reality. It was free that came with Battlefront 2, I think, where you're flying. You have a little mission flying an X-wing fighter. And it's cool because you can
They've done some really good pyro and stunt work here, as well as visual effects. Look at this. You got the classic TIE fighters. Look at that, and all the costumes. That's so good.
Wow, I can really feel that punch.
Right, yeah.
I love the way he uses that sort of bow type thing as well. In a minute, Donnie Yen's character to take them out of the sky. I love that.
Right, that thing.
This bit, yeah, love it. Love that. Look at that, is so cool. And the fact
Right.
ah, that's brilliant. That is so Star Wars. That is spot on.
Yeah, they really do build him up nicely as well as a character.
Yeah.
Got to hang out with the Death Troopers, really tall, skinny dudes.
Yeah. Well, again, they were an addition to this, but it didn't fit. It still felt like it fitted in and made sense.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, that was all great.
This was before Karen fully took over, innit? Oh, Daddy.
Mm-hmm. Papa. He says Papa.
You know, I've heard criticisms of this that say that, you know, the characters don't have any emotions and arcs and all this, and I completely disagree with that criticism.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Completely disagree with it. If anything, there's more characterization in this than you know, some of the other films, to be perfectly honest. You know, even some of the original films. So, you know.
No, they do have arcs and they do have characterization. It's just I didn't feel anything for this main character. That's all I'm saying. So I didn't really feel anything for her. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I saw this in 4D.
She's quite aloof, isn't she?
Oh yeah, we went, didn't we? Yeah, we went
4D.
And so the first film I've ever seen in 4DX, 4DX, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah.
What is 4DX?
To be honest, I found it effing distracting, and I was glad that I'd seen the film before.
4DX is like a ride. So you watch the film, and when their ship is shaking, the whole chair shakes, and they blow smoke at you and throw water at you. And
you have basic interactive. You see the film in like almost like 3D and whatever, and then you have interactive lighting, and the seats move, and you get fog effects and all sorts of stuff. But as I said, it's a bit of a gimmick. Yes, it was. Yeah,
3D.
Yeah, it was a bit of a gimmick, I thought. I mean, it was a lot of money, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like 20 quid or something.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
exactly. You know, I do think if they're going to do stuff with cinema, there, they just got to make going to the movies the thing, rather than trying to add stuff to it. I think that's a mistake.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was, you know, the cinemas, even before all this, what's happening now, you know, with pandemic, but for years, cinemas have been trying to do things to enhance the theatrical experience to compete with home cinema and streaming and all of this stuff. And, you know, 4DX was kind of that next level beyond 3D that they were trying out. And you know, I saw a horror movie once like it, and it was actually quite effective. So it depends what you're watching, I think. But
imagine though in the future that you might be all virtual when you watch a film. You have to go and see it 6 times, because if you turn your head, you might miss something. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, might be crazy.
Look, I love this scene. I love, you know, this conflict. It's great drama.
Right. I have to tell you, she's hardly been in it so far, though.
I'm glad with this film that they totally went there as well at the end and didn't have some, you know, thing about, they went off to do something else and that's why we never saw them again and all that nonsense.
No,
you know,
exactly.
they absolutely 100% committed to this, and
you got to give them respect for that. They didn't do a Stephen Moffat.
Well, apparently, I mean, you know, I heard that some parents, you know, would take their little daughter in a sort of Jen Erso costume, and then at the end of the film, they'd be like,
oh my god,
awkward.
awkward, yeah. Oh dear, oh god,
like, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened, Daddy? Well, you know,
she went to heaven.
She went off. She went off. Yeah, you know that white thing that swept. That was heaven. And
shouldn't laugh, but
yeah. See, interesting. We don't get Mustafar come up as a credit on this yet. Every other planet we've been to did. So
only new planets.
Yeah, maybe, and maybe they wanted to keep this mystery a bit. But again, this is using actual Ralph McQuarrie conceptual art from the
right.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It's very Lord of the Rings, isn't it?
Maybe they forgot to put the credit on.
Wow, that's a bad oversight.
No, it does happen.
Oh, this is
really
epic.
Does.
Yeah, this is so cool.
They could have fixed it for home media, but anyway.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah,
and we got the Emperor's Royal Guards. You know, again, excellent.
Actually, I think they made a mistake in Return of the Jedi. Maybe I'm wrong. There's a shot in it where I think the Emperor is standing there, and behind him is meant to be stars, but it's blue. I'll take a look at that again. Actually, yeah, I'll take a look at it again. I know they did that. I know they did. One of the things that kind of made me laugh was, you know, they shot it on long lenses so that the Emperor was in focus and the background was soft and whatever. Yeah,
yet
the
star field was crystal sharp.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, by the way, Lord Toth put a funny comment there that she got beamed up to the Enterprise. And again, the other thing they did here was they made Darth Vader's costume and helmet match A New Hope rather than the other films.
But he's very menacing in this film, wasn't he,
yeah.
Darth Vader?
Yeah. Even though he makes a kind of dad joke here, doesn't he? When he strangles him.
Is this the real voice of Darth Vader? Or
James Earl Jones. Yeah,
right, cool.
He recorded it.
Cool.
And you can even notice like the sort of slightly red on the eyes and stuff.
Right.
That's great.
I tell you, I mean, that 30 seconds at the end with him is just breathtaking.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Everybody always wanted to see.
In fact, I think you're with Ian. I know we saw it in 4DX, but we saw it for the first time as well, didn't we? In a normal screening.
Yes, we did.
And do you remember? I was like an excited child.
Again.
I was well, I was like I did going into Crystal Skull, and I came out like an old man. and with this, I went in slightly skeptical and came out like a child. Yeah.
Well, we both loved this film. You know, that's the thing. You know, I mean, at that moment in time, you know, the first Disney Star Wars was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. And then this film came along, and we thought it was so much better than the Force Awakens, didn't we? Yeah. And then we were really hopeful for the next few films.
Here we go. His dad joke. It's so satisfying that they put that in, though, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Love it.
I love that little musical homage there.
Yeah. It's like I was saying last time, New Hope is the only one that actually doesn't have that theme in it. Because obviously it was created for Empire Strikes Back. But again, look at this. Look at the casting and the. So you weren't an extra. You weren't an extra here. Problem being, no.
But as I said before in the previous Star Wars stream, that they made great care to make sure that all the people's hairstyles and things fit within the sort of 77 landmark, you know, that kind of trademark look of Star Wars, you know.
Yeah. And they used the same actress for Mon Mothma as played her in the prequels as well, which again made a lot of sense.
Right.
I think she was in deleted scenes actually in the prequels. I don't know whether she actually ended up making the cut. I can't remember, but the fact that they went back to that actress was great.
Yeah. You want that kind of continuity.
Yeah.
So he's got my little things in his pocket then.
Exactly. Well, when you think this was made 40 years after the original, and you know it's supposed to take place, you know, a couple of days before or whatever, and I believe it does when I watch these back to back. There's no way I think to myself, oh, well, you can see that
Really seamless.
Yeah.
They were in a wave, weren't they? They were in a really good wave, Disney, with this, and then they screwed it. It's terrible.
It's amazing how much they screwed it up.
Mm.
Yeah, this was the last one that I actually cared about.
Same here.
Yeah.
And you know, the Mandalorian I'm enjoying, but
so am I. I love the Mandalorian.
But
it's a good start. I mean, I hope it continues that direction. I just hope that they don't scupper that as well. I really do. I mean, at this point, it almost seems pathological that they have to undermine it somehow. It's really
we'll
weird.
see. We'll see.
You see, this is the thing. This is the bit that I find slightly confusing. So, in a bit when Mon Mothma's talking to Bail Organa, he tells her that, you know, he knows who will go and get the plans, and he trusts her with his life, meaning Leia, right? But I suppose one could say that, yeah, okay, 3PO and R2 weren't yet on the ship before they took off, I suppose. I don't know. To me, it feels like a continuity error. Then it's the only nitpick in what otherwise is really tight. But
well, you know, there's always going to be, you know, I mean, it's all of these things are really down to personal preference, I think.
Yeah. I love this
Plus
scene.
Fans love a good theory, you know. That's another thing.
Yeah.
I think they respected the fans this film, and who, you know, there's a fan, you know, who loves Star Wars made this film. You can tell, you can just tell that the person that made this film loves Star Wars. Do you know what I mean?
It's like the ultimate fan film, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
With obviously a
That's
massive
really what
budget.
it is, you know. It's a big budget fan film. You know?
Yeah.
And then the others were just cash grabs.
Well, you know,
failed.
I've heard the argument with this that this story didn't need to be told, and okay, fair enough. But at the same time, it doesn't take anything away. All it does is enhance A New Hope, whether it needs to be told or not. Whereas, you know, you could say the same about Solo. Did that story need to be told? Well, not at all, really, did it? You know,
no, everybody knew it was a waste of space, and why bother? You know, it was just a stupid idea.
Oh, there you go. Derek's cleared it up. So Admiral Radis, he took 3PO and R2 up to the ship with him. Fair enough. That works. I'm happy enough with that. Is this the bit where you see? There's a bit shortly where you see Chopper, isn't there, as well, from Rebels? I don't know if any of you saw Rebels. I really quite enjoyed that.
No, I never got into it.
Star Wars theme.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Star Wars theme. As I recall, the climax was really tense as well.
Oh yeah, that was all so well done. That whole. And here's the name drop.
Yeah.
But again, works. Totally
It
works.
does, doesn't it? I mean, I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Rogue. There's a Rogue 2, isn't there? In was it Return of the Jedi or Empire?
Well, there's Rogue Squadron, isn't there? Which
Yeah.
Luke
I mean,
leads.
So I remember there's a Rogue 2.
There is a Red 5 here.
Oh yes, yeah, Red 5. Actually, yeah, we see him die, don't we? Hence why Luke has the vacancy. Yeah.
This is the one where they resurrected those old clips, didn't they, from Star Wars?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, for Gold Leader and whatever.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and Red Leader. That was, again, it worked beautifully, seamless. They were outtakes. Apparently,
Yes.
they were different takes that they didn't use, and coffee for Scarif. Latte for Scarif.
Do you want sprinkles with that?
Hey.
I always want sprinkles.
Problem being, were you allowed to, when they had like breaks and lunch and stuff, were you allowed to eat from the, when everybody was eating, like crew? Because I know in some films they don't allow extras to have.
The only film we were allowed to do that, and the best one we ever had was on Snow White and the Huntsman. It was like silver service. I'd never had anything like it, and we were allowed to eat with everybody.
Wow.
But on this, there was like a little snack bar that we were kind of not allowed to use, but we did anyway. But
did you get lunch?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. When I used to do it, they looked after you as far as all that stuff.
It depends. It depends on the
you
production.
just have to eat afterwards.
Yeah, it depends on the production. Like for Star Wars and all the major big budgets, like the Harry Potter stuff and all the rest of it, they've got an open checkbook, so they treat you really well. On other movies, not so much. Sometimes I think some of the worst ones were. Oh God, there was one we did with what was it? Lost in London, which was the film by what's his face? Hold on.
Not familiar. I remember the name of it.
Woody Harrelson. Yeah. So Woody Harrelson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did that. That was a long shoot because it was all done in one take, and it was broadcast live. But the lunch was like, because he's a vegan, we all had vegan food, and it was tasteless and horrible.
Yeah. By the way, in the chat there, Kip Ellis has put, his nitpick with Rogue One is that Vader kicks ass at the end, but then a few days later, he's like an old man against Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Maybe he's just worn out.
Yeah, or maybe because it was his old master that he thought he cut.
Yeah, I just got
I don't need to try. Whatever.
Problem being, I just had this thing come in saying, breaking, Wisconsin has more votes than people who are registered to vote. Total number of registered. Not even joking.
What a shocker. What a shocker.
Voted is 3,129,000. So far, they have 3,230,000. They got an extra 100,000 votes.
Oh, wow. Now that
920 votes that people registered to.
And it's amazing how quick the press leapt on this, going, "Oh, Trump's got no, this crazy conspiracy and all this kind of
they're
rhetoric."
Using to leave office. That's exactly what's going to happen.
So who's winning then?
I mean, I had to tell you, it's it depends. Listen, okay, they Wisconsin and Michigan.
Yeah, they just called Wisconsin for Biden.
Right, what a joke.
this is
like
what, listen,
massive
Donald Trump's going to be kicked out of the White House, right? And it's going to be done because they cheated. So it's
yeah,
done.
but it won't go down that way now. If they try and enter the White House with these results, which are clearly suspicious, you know, that weird jump in votes. Yeah, did you see the graphic I showed you?
Yeah, I know.
What?
I said it's look. The media, me and Lee stayed up all night to watch it. The most startling thing was the way the media was behaving. It's the first time that they refused to call states, and in 5 states closed down before counting.
Right, exactly. Weird. And then 2 of those 5 states, which are like vital for Biden, suddenly found an extra 100,000 votes each.
Well, if they're legit votes, they should be counted. But
but they're not. They're not.
But you've got 100,000 more than there are registered.
Wisconsin has more votes than people registered to vote. There's an extra 100. There's actually 100,000 votes.
Well, as we said, this is not. Look, this is going to go on for weeks. So
years possibly.
Again, Trump is going to. The Wisconsin vote is within the recall anyway, but.
Look at these beautiful visual effects. Look at this. This is so good. And Krennic going down there. That's nice.
Yeah. This is lovely. You're right.
So yeah, my little scene is coming up soon.
Oh, cool.
Is it just your elbow in this shot?
I think so. Maybe the back of my head if you're lucky.
Yeah.
I love the fact that.
But I will be on the top left-hand corner somewhere.
I'm looking.
Not yet, but it's coming up.
I'll make sure you give us warning. So yeah,
I'll try if I can remember. God, it's so long ago.
Where did they shoot this scene anyway? Problem being.
Well, we shot this. We shot it in. Oh God, what studio was it now? Crikey, can't remember. Is it Pinewood?
Was it Leavesden or?
Oh, it might be Leavesden. Yeah. Yeah. God, I've done so many. I forget where each one is. Yeah, I think it might have been Leavesden.
This is.
It does kind of feel like you're playing that game.
As if you can't tell that's a woman in that costume.
Got a bad feeling about this. Badumch.
Yeah, the line that's in everyone.
Yeah.
Love it. I think they have a joke as well later because there's a couple of stormtroopers talking about the same thing that the ones the same as the ones in the Death Star that were guarding the tractor beam. It's kind of a I think it's a little bit later though, isn't it?
This is my place of work.
There we go.
It's my office.
That's you. You're the robot.
Yeah, right.
Here we go. Oh, that looks like
Canary Wharf.
Canary Wharf.
Canary Wharf Station.
That's Canary Wharf, my lord. Good job.
Actually, I was going to say that it works, doesn't it? But they've dressed it a bit, but it's pretty much as is, isn't it?
Yeah. Did they do that in the middle of the night? Then they must have done it really early in the morning
on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Oh yeah, is this the bit with the stormtroopers?
Where did they shoot this then?
Yeah.
Did they shoot this? What country did they shoot this in? Or was this sort of studio?
In the studio, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this was an external part of the studio.
Wow, that's cool. Looks
I
real.
remember seeing the trees.
Because it looks like they're in Hawaii or Vietnam or somewhere like that, doesn't it?
It was really, really sunny when they were filming, so really clear skies. There are tons of sand everywhere. I mean, God knows how much they spent on sand. Here we go. So I'm down there on the... Oh, crikey. Okay. Yeah, on the left down there, that's me. Okay. There's more central than I thought.
Was you playing Gallagher when you were on there?
I had a display of the Death Star on my screen.
All right, okay. Hi guys, playing Gallagher.
And that floor was impossible to keep clean. It was just every 5 seconds, it just seemed to just electrostatically collect dust. And we all had to wear like these blue bags on our boots to cover them, but it didn't make any difference.
Condoms
I'd keep
on
coming
your
out
feet.
sweeping it; it wouldn't budge.
Yeah.
That's comforting.
You can even see dust on her helmet.
What's he been in, that fella?
Couldn't tell you.
Looks very familiar.
Which one?
The computer geezer, him. What's he been in?
I know. You know what? He looked just like the scientist who wanted the Baby Yoda in The Mandalorian. I thought it was the same guy, but it's not.
Oh yes, it was Westminster Underground Station, not Canary Wharf. They're down there.
Do you mean Riz Ahmed or who?
Yes, Riz Ahmed. Yeah. What's he
Oh
been
no, I
in?
was on there on the left. There we go. That's me there. That's me crossing.
You're famous. Problem being, you're famous.
I remember these guys running on that floor and falling over. They were slipping up all over the place.
Shifty was that low budget film he was in.
What was that?
Shifty. Do you remember that? A few years back.
Oh,
and then he was in Four Lions.
Oh yes, I remember him in that.
He's done well for himself.
Mm.
I think he lobbied to be in this. Well, why wouldn't you?
Well, cool.
So did Isaacs, didn't he? And now he regrets it. He got his agent to lobby for him.
Well, who's that?
Oh, look
Isaacs.
at this. You may fire when ready.
When ready. Yeah.
Evacuate in our moment of triumph. It's exactly the same setup, isn't it? It's great.
God, why didn't they just leave his eyes? Those eyes are so dead. I thought droids weren't allowed to hurt humans.
Reprogrammed.
Oh dear.
It's an Imperial droid. Yeah. Look at this. This is. Oh, there's Chopper. Chopper just went off on the left. The astromech from Rebels.
Mm. Look at that guy's beard. Impressive, eh? In the background.
Yeah.
Beard.
I did like that guy's handlebar moustache. It really kind of worked.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what I think was missing from the Disney Star Wars as well, which is a shame, really, because if you look at Star Wars, it had a lot of humor in Star Wars, didn't it?
Oh yeah,
and it was really very, very little humor in, as far as I was concerned, in Force Awakens and the last one.
I can't remember. I really can't remember them at all.
Oh, there they are.
That's no, that wasn't.
We love R2.
This might have been the
Come
thing
on,
we saw.
Come on, R2's great. I always wanted an R2D2 when I was a kid. Now I've got one. I had to wait till I turned 50 to get one.
I think that might have been the explosion we saw. That might have been the one we saw.
Life size?
Sorry, not life size. No, I got.
I want a drinks cabinet, a life size R2D2 drink cabinet. That'd be great. It's voice activated.
I'm down with that.
If I could afford it, I will buy a life size R2.
Well, if I could afford it, so
there I am at the end. Okay, see.
Oh, there you go.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Is that you over his shoulder?
No, it's right at the end.
Oh, I have to watch it back now. What's the timestamp? Okay.
Oh yes, this is great as well, isn't it? With the walker.
What's the point of walkers if they can fly? Makes no sense why they should have legs.
I think they're quite intimidating, though. You know,
They are, yeah. I do love
for
them.
ground warfare, it's more than reasonable.
My brother had one of them.
Yeah, I had one.
of those toys.
He's called them ATATs,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
not ATAT. Fuck that, ATAT.
Yeah.
Here they come.
Yeah. Finally. It's a trap.
Mm.
He looks very young there.
Yeah. Justice for Admiral Akbar. No shit. Yeah, this was us.
So you're one of those silhouettes, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, at least you were there. That's cool.
Look busy.
Where did the rabbi go, by the way? He's just left us
Oh,
here.
we've lost the rabbi. Look at that.
All right. Yeah.
We'll vamp for you. I love this.
Yeah. It feels so tense.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, oh
Oi.
God. Man, that's such a good visual effect as well. I love that.
Well, at least you can see them.
I've just said that I love everything. I've realized that. I'm just kind of I'm not being very
See, one of the good
entertaining
things
or
about,
educational.
one of the good things about this film is that you can see what's going on with those X-wings. You can see them fly. You can appreciate the artistry of the effect. You know, some of the latest ones. It's so fast you can't see what's going on.
Yeah,
Oh,
they definitely match the visual aesthetic in terms of the photography as well as the design. So that's good. Yeah.
Rabbi's back. Hey.
Hey, sorry, yeah, my power went out for a second. It's raining, so they're very confused. But I just love some of those scenes of the going through hyperspace and like coming out. That's just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's lucky they didn't bump into the TARDIS.
I can do that with CGI now.
Oh,
You can.
cool.
I did a time tunnel for Dave Travels Through Time.
Yeah. Sorry.
And it's based
Time
on that
tunnel.
one from Star Wars. So
Remember that show, Time Tunnel?
Oh yeah. Great. I love the design of that. It's very trippy.
Yeah.
Lord Toth's taking the mickey out of me because I keep saying how much I love everything. Yeah. Guilty as charged. Yeah, guilty as charged.
Yeah, this is easy to love. Oh, I love putting the walkers in it.
Prepare to
Love
target
those
the main
attacks.
generator.
Again, they're like just a little bit different.
Yes. Yeah, it's a slight different model.
Yeah, they put like a different door on it.
You see,
Push.
armor is too tough.
Not
That
happy.
armor's
Not
too
happy.
tough for blasters.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, don't you feel sorry for the ATATs though? You think, oh, poor ATAT.
That guy's got such a 70s look with the moustache.
Totally. Yeah, and again, that works so well.
Right.
I'm going to say something that's slightly controversial here, right? But
Okay.
I may actually prefer this slightly to Return of the Jedi.
Oh, I totally do.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I
It makes me sad to say it, but it's true. It is.
Had I not recently seen Return of the Jedi, I wouldn't agree with you. I just really saw it.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had it. Much as I love it, I've always had issues with Return of the Jedi, and yeah.
Well, the pacing of Jedi is so slow. In that middle
They
section.
could have easily. The first half and the second half don't match, and they could have easily taken a half hour out the second half.
Didn't like the teddy bears.
No, like
Exactly. Even as a kid, I wasn't
Yeah.
really into
Well, this
that.
has got more of the energy of Empire Strikes Back. You know, it's got that
Yes,
kind
agreed.
of
Agreed. Yeah.
level
yeah.
of action and interest in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was nice. That one went down well.
That was awesome, wasn't it? What a great,
Yeah.
what a great effect that was.
really
Amazing.
was.
And it
Yeah.
felt very, very real as well.
Blimey, that's a long drop.
And there's
again, you get the graphics. Yeah, I mean, design wise, this is again spot on, and I like that they've given those.
Outlaw Thoth is in the chat. I think it's your birthday, isn't it, today? Happy birthday.
Happy
Oh,
birthday.
happy birthday! I didn't realize.
I think it is. I saw earlier on the stream and I was half asleep.
Vietnam era still helmets for the rebel ground troopers. It was cool. And again, that matches the detention center in Star Wars.
Yep.
Right. It's clearly designed from the same manual. In fact, is that the same set?
What was that?
Oh, nice.
Is that the same
line.
set as Star Wars where they and it looks almost identical to the detention
it's
level.
They
similar
paid so
design.
much attention to detail.
Yeah. Well, that is the thing. That is what's great about this, and you know, one of the things that sometimes disappointing with what they've done with a different franchise, but like Star Trek with the whole continuity thing is with this, they've taken great pains to actually make it, you know, not upset any continuity design wise or story wise.
Like having respect for it and love for it.
Yeah. But it's also a testament to how great the original film looked as well. So
yeah, it's also true.
You know.
That's also true. Although I do kind of like it whenever they bring like a classic Star Trek into the modern era. Like I like Trials and Tribulations. I just think that really worked.
Yeah,
I like you know,
a Mirror Darkly is great.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, here we go. This is great. Look at this with the troops coming out. And I love these visual effects are so good. There you go. Some of the old footage, which again is seamless, isn't it? With red leader and gold leader and whatever. And there's Red 5. He's about
to go. Hey!
Brilliant.
Again, that's a fan service moment, but it works. That one, doesn't it?
And it's like kind of cute.
See, and they've introduced a few new ships because there's those like sort of they're almost like a TIE interceptor, but with one.
It looks
wing.
like a Ghostbusters pack on his back, doesn't it? It does a bit, doesn't it? But it's a bit big. Look at it. It looks a bit like the Ghostbusters.
Upside down.
Yeah.
Prototype.
Black Saber.
Yeah, which is obviously
the
foreshadowing for what we've got with Mandalorian. Yeah, it's almost like they knew, wasn't it?
Well, the Black Saber was introduced in Clone Wars.
It was, yeah, and it was also used in Rebels.
All right, I mean, it was invented by Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Dave Filoni, wasn't it? Dave Filoni, I think, came up with that.
No, it was Favreau because it was Favreau's episodes.
Oh, was it?
Favreau
Okay.
He did 3 episodes.
I actually felt sorry for him when he died.
What, the robot? Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah,
everybody does.
I feel sorry for all of them, actually.
No, I didn't. I didn't feel sorry for the main character. That was the thing. Because I don't know.
She's very aloof. That's the
Yeah.
you can't connect with her on a more deeper level, like on an emotional level. And funny enough, in real life, I mean, we didn't get to see her very much, but she didn't seem to speak to anyone.
Right.
I'll be honest, I didn't have a problem with her. Got to be honest.
I think she's a good actor. I just, I just find it difficult to connect with her plight, particularly. Because I think you need that empathy.
Yeah. But I mean, I do love this film, and that it doesn't spoil my enjoyment that I didn't really care about her. So
it's funny, you care more about the people around it than you care more about the robot.
I Johnny Yen I cared about, because there was something about him that I really liked.
Yeah, agreed. He's good.
Yeah.
I should have had that line.
But again, I guess we'll never know for sure because we won't ever see it. But to kind of defend
I'm here somewhere.
Felicity Jones's performance, but I know it was somewhat altered after the fact to sort of tone some of her hard edge down, and it may have suffered slightly because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was cut out of that bloody scene just as I was about to come into shot. Oh, bastards.
How dare the editor do that?
Right. So I was coming in from the left.
What I love as well is they're all working together. That's the other thing I like about this. You haven't got one character that's saving the day here. They are all working as a team. You
mean like Michael Burnham?
Great. That's great.
Yeah, not like Michael Burnham where she does everything herself.
Oh, leave Michael Burnham alone. I was thinking more like Ray, actually, but there you go.
This is what you call it.
I was keeping it into Star
Wars. Same character.
These scenes are tense, man. They really, really are.
Wow, look at this.
I remember me and you, our eyes were just fixed to the screen. We weren't bored at all with this film. It's such a good movie. So when the black stormtroopers come out, what's so good about them? Are they meant to be meaner than the white stormtroopers? Are they death troopers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like
I remember them filming
special ops, aren't they? They're like the special ops.
What does that mean? Special ops. I was going to say, what does that mean? Because they're all kind of death troopery.
Well, maybe they're a kind of like the SAS of the.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what it is, isn't it? It's a special division.
Yeah.
Then the white day.
See, this is great.
Yeah. Now they just, I mean, honestly, could it have been two films? Because it feels like there's just a lot going on here.
There's no way on earth you could have made that jump and caught onto that. No jump. I would have fallen to my death.
But you see, but the way I look at it, that's
movie.
like Luke throwing the grappling hook up in the Death Star and it catching for time. It's the fantasy space opera part, isn't it?
Suspend your disbelief. This is not the action scene you're looking for.
There you go. Look, Lord Toth has put a load of information about Dark Saber and where it appeared, and wow, okay.
Oh yeah, look at it.
Wow,
it's obviously an aficionado of the clone.
Oh hell yeah,
which is great. Yeah.
Wow, that looks like a drive from a PT.
Drive.
From a PC.
But again, it makes sense because Star Wars has always had that, retro.
It's got a whole gigabyte.
Right.
Those old PC drives, it looks like. This is where I've really felt sorry for this guy. I really liked him. Yeah, don't go, mate.
And all these sacrifices are like they're kind of earned,
Yeah, totally, yeah. Yeah, watching this.
It's no wonder they keep missing these troopers. Like, you can barely see anything out of those helmets. I tried one on. I can't see a fucking thing. One of them actually had a visor that you could lift up. on the inside.
See, this is
it's just kind of
so
desperate.
tense.
You know?
It's very well put, very well structured, very, very good. Great filmmaking here. This is really good stuff.
Yeah, and she feels real. You feel like how alone she is.
He doesn't care. He's done his job.
Right.
He feels that's what he was born to do, and now he's happy.
You know, I'll be honest. I mean, even though of course it makes sense, I was still, when we first saw this, somewhat shocked that they went there and literally killed everyone. You know, I mean, it is kind of that whole, you know, Magnificent Seven, Dirty Dozen or whatever in space. But
oh, you mean like Blake Seven?
Yeah, exactly.
Where everyone dies.
But no, it's
come on, this is inspired by
it's got the Wild Bunch. It's got a bit of the Wild Bunch feel to it, hasn't it? It's like a bit of Peckinpah in there.
Well, this is much better than the remake of Magnificent Seven, put it that way. That was terrible.
Yeah, look pretty bad. Although I like Chris Pratt.
Wow. This is
not a good idea to have a chair hanging over a large window looking down, is it?
I guess so.
You know what I mean? Is that you?
No. I'm on the other station down on the ground.
Oh, you are, right. I was hoping you'd play two parts.
It has been known to happen. I was an English soldier and a Scottish soldier and a German soldier in one movie.
Did you have to fight yourself?
It was a struggle within myself. Yeah, identity crisis.
What's Gareth Edwards doing now? What's he been doing? What movies has he done since this?
That's a good question.
I should look it up. Yeah, solid movie.
Definitely.
Well, he knew.
And there you go, another one gone.
That's a blow.
It is indeed.
The other thing that this does really well story-wise for the is it explains why the when they do attack the Death Star in New Hope, why they don't have many ships, why they don't have why they don't have many many ships.
So the explanation why there aren't many Bothams in this, right?
No. Bothams is later. Bothams is the second Death Star.
Yeah, that was the one. But I was convinced it was this one. So then I saw a cartoon that said one of the troopers' name is Manny Bothams.
That
was really well done. That scene.
Manny Bothams died to get this to you.
Another member, Berry. This thing.
Yeah,
from the Millennium Falcon.
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. Oh, almost got cut in half there.
Oh, well, like in The Mandalorian. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello.
And again, I like they have a similar design aesthetic to the blockade runners.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the hammerhead.
It's funny how they haven't run out of petrol, like in what was that one? The second Star Wars movie?
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
Yeah, it was like a slow motion chase where they ran out of gas and bits of your childhood were merging.
Yeah, well, that didn't make any sense.
Of course it didn't. Of course it didn't.
It's awful. But again, it's amazing how these things get made to me. I mean, like Doctor Who as well had the terrible year this year, whatever. It's like, I just don't understand how anybody went, well, that's going to work out.
That happens on Sky as well when your dish is out of alignment, isn't it?
I guess so. It always annoyed me when I lived in America at Dish TV. When it rained, the signal would go out.
Yeah.
I was trying to watch the end of Survivor. I was like, no.
We used to have a satellite. We don't have it anymore. But when the trees grew, the signal will just be bad.
Right.
Yeah. Too late.
Rah.
I have to tell you, Imperial Star Destroyer personnel, they're not the
Look
sharpest.
at the way it slices through that like butter.
Yeah, but at least in this, they're not portrayed as total buffoons.
Yeah, like the last one, or the second to last one. Uh-oh. Couldn't get any worse, could it?
I had flashes of Kirk's death there.
Hold your horses, love.
See, why don't you just shoot her?
Because he's a villain and he's got to stand there and
talk
a lot.
He's got an ego. He wants to gloat.
Yeah, he does.
We saw that earlier.
Also, that gun looks really light. Doesn't feel heavy. Doesn't look heavy at all.
It's like it's made of aluminium.
Again, it's something slightly different to what we've seen, but still fits the design.
That's right.
Aesthetic. They got the balance right of giving us some new stuff, but you know, having plenty of the familiar as well.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah,
so it's so balletic, you know.
This is the last movie he did as the director.
Yeah, apparently so. Which is, he's got an untitled project, which
who directed this again? Sorry,
Gareth Edwards.
What did he direct in the past?
Like
Monsters
and stuff like that. Yeah, Godzilla, the first one.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He was a visual effects guy originally.
Ah, I see.
He's British. He's a very enviable job.
Yeah,
on this. It was great. And there we get look, those graphics are spot on.
That's what I had on my display.
I'm like really excited watching this. This is like, I'm so glad I took a break from editing to do this.
Keith, we can never tell, mate. We can never tell you're excited.
Look at that.
You may fire when ready.
Ready.
Here we go.
Why are they blowing up Scarif? I can't remember.
Because they can.
Well, to get these guys, the resistance to stop them
Yeah,
getting the Death Star
like
plan.
a big, like data repository, like seems to be a bit.
You're thinking too much, Rabbi. You're thinking too much.
Well, no, they know of this resistance to try and you know, protect the plans for the
fire when ready.
There we go. TV mixer.
Yeah.
There we go. There it is.
Yeah.
Classic. Why isn't there a railing?
Yeah. Back to Clerks. Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah. Was it Grass Valley? Was the make of the
yes, it was Grass Valley.
Yeah.
What, they haven't got beam you up or anything like that? Could have saved them? No.
Wrong universe.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, I do. I do like the CGI, but there's something about looking at real models on screen. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
No,
you
totally.
won't be seeing them for a while.
Yeah, I know. He's like, do you fancy a quick shag before we die?
Go and give me a quick hand shandy whilst you're at it. Come on. Bit of a blowy, just.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, absolutely, it'd be very nice of her.
What a way to go! Big bang,
Although
that'd be
it
very
really is a very beautiful.
A little death in the big death.
One of my favorite scenes, Vader scene.
Right.
I don't care what anyone says. All right, so he was faster, but it's still a great scene in my opinion. I'm glad they put it in at the last moment. I'm glad they did that.
Well, they were good. The rumor was going to get injured in it to explain why he was so slow.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
They're in heaven now.
It is a wonderful shot. I mean, just really
went there.
But,
yeah.
That's a jammy dodgy, isn't it? Jammy dodger.
Nice
Victoria sponge
nice
cake.
bit of lens flare there. Nice. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, not like Kurtzman Star Trek.
Here we go.
And then again,
Here we go.
in fact, I believe Gareth Edwards plays one of these soldiers. I think.
Oh, okay.
The one that pulls the lever to launch. I think. I'm sure he said that somewhere. Oh, yeah, he's the one that it's handed to through the door.
Uh-oh.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
They should have just went, it's Darth Vader, let's drop our guns. There's no point.
Yeah. Walk away.
No point.
Walk away.
Walk away.
That was wonderful. I love
It's so
that.
exciting. Oh, man. Love it.
Oh.
I love the fact he uses like not just the lightsaber, but all the force stuff as well.
I love this scene. Woof.
Yeah, I believe Gareth Edwards is the one that when he says launch and he goes and pulls the lever. There you go.
Yeah, right. Shouldn't C3PO and R2D be on there now?
God, would you stand at the edge of that thing? I wouldn't.
Oh, I
would you?
Darth Vader. Well, no, that's the whole point of Darth Vader. He'll spend his costume. Ralph McGuire designed it to make it like he could survive in space because it's supposed to enter through an airlock.
I mean, we were like, when we saw this, and then we saw it, and it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, unnecessary that bit, but still.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, when she said hope, I thought she was going to say a new hope. Right? Didn't you think she was going to say a new hope?
Well, she didn't.
There we go. Okay. Right, I'm running out of steam.
Good work, everyone.
Much better than I remember. I think.
Yeah, definitely a lot better than the first time I saw it.
Fine. Okay, I'm totally out of steam. I think it's time to wind up the stream. Does anybody have anything they would like to add?
Derek says, "Let's watch A New Hope now." No, Star Wars.
No, I just did that on Saturday. You're kidding me. Fine. Okay, so I'm going to wish everybody a good evening. I hope you enjoyed watching along with us tonight. It was again really exceeded.
Are we giving it a score?
If you want, what score do you want to give it?
I don't know. That's what people expect, isn't it? These
Okay.
days, so.
I score it Apple. What about you?
Apple.
Yes. I'm not explaining the scale. That's what I said.
Where does Apple stand in the chart of?
It's better than a PC, isn't it? So
it's better. What would you give it there? Problem being.
I really, really enjoyed that actually more than I did the first time because I'm in it, so I'm a little biased. I'm going to give it a good solid 8.
Okay. Keith, what end on you? Let's go to Mega Geek first.
I would give it an 8 as well.
Very good. No, you didn't watch it, but you don't
No,
like it.
I watched this movie, and I was listening to what Keith was saying earlier on about that this was a movie that people were saying that didn't need to be made. I was one of those people, but then when I seen it, like Keith, I could understand why, and this is a great movie. I'd actually go as far as to say that this is more than an 8. It's a 10. It's definitely better than the movie from the original trilogy. It's better than the prequel trilogy. And it's better than the sequel trilogy. So Rogue One for me gets a 10.
Yeah, you know what? It's high up there in the.
No, I love this movie.
I get 11 for my arm.
Saying that I wouldn't be able to concentrate, but I absolutely love this movie, and I do agree with everybody. This is probably the best Disney Star Wars movie they've made.
Oh yeah, by far.
No problem about it.
Pale in comparison, they don't. Yeah. So yeah, this is a 10. I love this movie. I love the Vader scene. I think that
great.
That Vader scene. I'll say something about that Vader scene. That Vader scene after what we got with the prequel trilogy, I thought Vader was kind of diluted. This brought him back to being scared again, and that's why I loved it. That Vader scene in that corridor is probably one of the most iconic Star Wars scenes, in my opinion.
Right.
That is definitely so. It's a 10 for me, even though I didn't watch it, Witches. I've watched this movie several times, and I absolutely love it.
All right, great. I didn't think you liked that. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
No, I do love Rogue One. I just couldn't watch it because I wouldn't have been able to concentrate, Rabbi.
Okay, no problem. Well, listen, we're all sending you our best. Hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Keith, what's your thoughts? Closing thoughts?
9 out of 10 for me. Obviously, if I'd seen more than just Lee's elbow, I might have given it a 10, of course.
What else do you want to say? I don't know.
Have that effect on us. So we want to see a little bit more than Lee's elbow. Fine. Okay, isn't it? I'm not even doing this thing about pressing the end broadcast button. It's already done it. I pressed it, and now here we go. I'm going straight to the real end broadcast.